feel like Bates are playing with no pressure. No one expects them to win, but they are a dangerous team and hungry to prove themselves here. I'm not sure. I don't think I can confidently say that Aurora win this. I don't think so at all. I feel like they should do, but will they? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That's so concerning, isn't it? Think about how weird it is that we can't summon up more confidence for this team that's, you know, got all the ingredients. We know that they're good. We're going to find out right now. We're not going to delay any further. Aurora versus Bait kicking off here on Dust2 with Aurora on the T side, Bait starting on the CT side, expecting some long aggression. You could see they're setting up for it. It doesn't look like they're going to get that. We're going to get the mid-smoke instead on top of the doorway, and they've pretty much got the normal default setup here, Aurora.
Yeah, they certainly do. Dropping this smoke so it can't be body blocked, if you're not aware before, from the actual T-spawn area. CT can jump up and actually deny it, so you're better off throwing this one if you're not in a rush. Molotov to push any advancing CTs back as well. And towards short we're going. They do have residual utility here. We've got a smoke and a couple of flashes. Got to get some short control first. With one smoke, though, you'd think they'd do a mid to B split. Oh, might not matter, as kensizor will open things up. They are setting up that mid to B split smoke, and Kenzie is just absolutely rocking their world right now. Couple of shots for the USP, couple of kills found, gets gushed eventually, but at this point he needs to reset the round, get back in towards B with his teammates, and should be absolutely fine. There's the mid to B smoke, and we got a 5 versus 3.
Yeah, I think you were right the first time as well. I think this is what they wanted. They put so much emphasis on clearing out the catwalk, but unfortunately, they lost a couple of players. Now look at this setup here. Sentinel coming in, the dualies. It's a lot of work, but he will get the job done. And kensizor with the last couple of headshots. 4 in total to start this map with.
Oh dear. Yeah, didn't even really get going there at all. Aurora in a world of pain. 1 by 1, taken down. 4 kills for kensizor. Nice shots, but felt like there was no resistance at all. No rebuttal. They got one gush off, and he's just here towards the scaffolding. Shuts down that mid to B. There's no plant, and I'm guessing it should be a full eco. This is pretty common. woxic will just get the scout around the Glocks and see if he can get some tags, maybe a couple of kills. But this is going to be 2-0, almost certainly for Bait.
Surprise, woxic is alive. He's got so many people in there ready to fight him. There we go.
Oh, there he is.
It's going to be the grenades instead. They'll blow him up. But yeah, that last round, I really felt like they should have just gone for it right away. Jotz's going to pick up the scout, though, and he'll get the headshot on kensizor. Swinging wide. I mean, they are looking to challenge here. Wakardia will get a kill with a Glock somehow, and the scout lives on. They are just carrying it over to the next person all the time. So after all of that, 3v3, I mean, I suppose it's pretty good for what the round is.
It's very promising. They can actually win this round as well. It's going to be Alex, in-game leader, nodding towards the long doors here. If he oversteps the mark, he could be in a lot of trouble. The scout's waiting for him. We've got 1 minute on the clock still. All 3 members of Aurora there. Oh my goodness, the flashbang is perfect, but he is lucky to be alive. The blind spray of the MP9 does find Madja. They've recovered an M4 now as well. This one's still on a knife's edge. This is a very promising eco. 40 seconds. Going to have Wakardia trying to get the bomb planted. It's going to be XANTARES trying to join up with him. Technically, the B bomb site is open right now. They are not to know. Got a rotation from Hedrick. The round should be fine, but if XANTARES can find a cheeky opening here, there is a world where they get the bomb planted and they have a 2-on-2.
Hedrick showing up just in time to get through the window there. Oh, I don't like the spray at all. The scout's going to fall once again. XANTARES, you said it. He needed the opening here, and I think, unfortunately, too much time has passed. Hedrick, it was a pretty ugly fight to begin with, but he got the job done. They're going to switch out the M4s, and we'll carry on mostly into the next round. All right. Alex is too far away to pick up anything interesting, but that really was on a knife's edge, though. I think you're right. That could have gone horribly wrong for the side of Aurora, so also the side of Bait. So good job catching up on that one. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a quick buy round. So for what they had in the last round, they did a lot of damage. If they can keep on, then they're going to be in a good spot, Aurora, to take this game back right away.
There's woxic getting some damage with the scouts. Takes Central down to just 30 points of health. XANTARES will find an opener, but quickly answered back. It's an early 4-on-4. They are going to see Bates looking to continue their streak here on the CT side of Dust2. This is Aurora's map pick as well. We'll see if they can find the aggression required here. Nice dink. Wakardia, though, that's a beautiful shot. The grenade should find him. And and certainly it will. Got to upgrade to the rifle. Alex 666 trying to maintain this round. His head trigger, a beautiful shot on the AWP. They've got the man advantage.
Oh, just a tough position for Aurora here. I feel like this is one of those rounds you really need to find a way to convert. At a minimum, get the bomb planted just to try and make a little bit more cash. But like we said, this is not a map that Bait win a lot. And the fact that they're about to be up to 3 rounds on the CT side, that has me worried for the Turkish side already. woxic and Jota, they're trying to sneak out long and create a bit of a distraction here. Bomb is making its way in the middle. Distraction's actually working beautifully. That little bit of noise for the cross, the smoke and the Molotov up there is enough to pull Hetrick back, and suddenly it's a 2 versus 2 here. woxic even getting more information about Essential in the middle. So this is great news. And now Jota sneaking through. This is a high IQ play. I don't think Essential are going to be ready for it. Did he spot it out? He might have just seen the foot of him. That was so close. And unfortunately, they don't know about Alex. So Jota's still going to be going down. And now woxic in a 1 versus 2, trying to get up there. Can't believe he hit the headshot.
Wow, okay, woxic's got a chance to win this one now. The swing comes in from short, and he absolutely eviscerates Essential towards short. woxic had no business winning that, planting the bomb in the fire and flames on the A bomb site there. Was preempting the reposition towards short. Nice little flick up, though, and it's going to be the first round for Aurora. It all started here, Wicardia getting them back into the round, but like he said, that distraction towards a crossover. Yielded woxic a kill towards the Lurkin middle. Battling back in the 2 versus 1, and a beautiful shot to close things out there. That is huge. woxic back on the scout again. Going to be finding damage once more. They exchange blows as Hedrick goes down to 43 points of health. woxic would have 17. But a very important round. Will be indicative as to where this game is going. woxic has got them on the board.
Yeah, you're right. He had no business being in that round. Even the first fight, it looked like he was going to lose. XANTARES getting very close here. There is the potential for a flashbang in, but the timing, they win the fight anyway, but obviously they missed the timing on the flashbang. The follow-up, though, is pretty good. NPL, he almost could have taken down Madja, and that would have been a setup to win the round rather easily. Still a lot of damage, and a 5 versus 4 here. See if Aurora can dig themselves out. It's Bait back in a much more defensive posture here. They're not going to go too aggressive towards long or even into upper dark. They are just hanging out towards mid and A bomb site. Oh my god. He actually hit him in the chest with the HE. That's violent. Wicardia and woxic low on health. So Jota, see if he can pull some magic in this one. It's not going to be even allowed for. They get wiped out on long, leaving Wicardia alone in the middle with best potential here. Probably do a little bit of damage, but Bait, they answer back in great fashion.
Oh, they certainly do. Doesn't get much better than that. It's looking like a round that was destined to be theirs in the previous. It was woxic they clutched up. Can Wicardia do the same? Ambitious spray attempt there from short. Doesn't yield the success he was looking for there. We go 3-1. Money pretty busted now for Aurora. It's like eco territory you can buy next, or you go for a full investment, which I wouldn't recommend at this stage of the game. I think you have to take a more conservative approach. Take the eco, and we'll see whether they want to take a timeout to go with it. Round 5 coming up. Aurora in trouble once again. Have not looked themselves at this tournament. It's been weak, and it's going to be Glocks pretty much across the board. Wicardia gets himself a deagle.
Yeah. What is it about this team and this particular tournament? I feel like we've gone from celebrating them in the not too distant past, and for some reason, there's just something off about their game. It's showing early on. I don't disagree. 3-1 here. And a couple of eagles, probably not enough to make a difference, but if you could do some damage,
they went up 2-0 here. They took down Fnatic, they took down Liquid. It was looking really good.
Yeah.
And then lost to Heroic. 0-2, got absolutely owned by Heroic. Then lost to Saw. Then dropped a map to Astralis with a coach. Like, it was a great start to the tournament, and everything just went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But here they are. They're in the playoffs. Again, though, just not a great start. They've seemed this tactically weak. I feel like the vibes are off as well. I think Madja, not known to have like huge output, but generally speaking, this tournament he's looked like poorer than usual, and tactically they look pretty off. So yeah, it's just a lot of different factors coming into it, but yeah, it's not a great look. But these are the sort of tournaments, right? Let's be honest. We haven't got the heavy hitters here. We haven't got your Spirits, your Vitalities, your Mouse. Aurora should be the favorites to win this tournament. No one's got them winning it right now.
Yeah, that's a really good point, isn't it? If you can't win these, then how are you going to make a big impact later on, headed in towards the major, which is around the corner? Good cleanup here. They're going to lose kensizor, who did get a triple kill. He's up to 11-3. Remember, he got the quad kill in the pistol round, so really smooth work from him so far. Obviously, he's actually responsible for most of the kills that are happening on the bait side right now. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a grim outlook that you're painting for us here. If the tournament even starts well, you would think that you had the momentum and the confidence going forward. Heroic and then Saw, which Saw is another fun team, I think, in my opinion. They are just an interesting team to watch, but they shouldn't be beating Aurora, is what it feels like.
Yeah, they're the quintessential underdog.
Yeah.
People consider them to be like one of those middling teams, but every now and then they have those tournament runs that surprise everyone, and looking forward to seeing what they can do later. But for now, the T-side woes for Aurora continue. We have not been impressed by the T-side performances of the Turkish squad this tournament, but let's see what they've got. Looks to be a B-side execute. They've got a lack of utility here on the T-side right now. A couple of smokes, one of which will be deployed as a lurk. We've got XANTARES working towards middle. Grenade doesn't connect. It's going to be essential to try and block them off, defend. He's calling for rotations here, not feeling comfortable. XANTARES trying to find a bit of distraction, but here we go, the B commitment, Anders.
Flashing their way through. They haven't actually checked the corner, but I think they see the gun barrel. Either way, it's a good pick up there with Cardia. He does go down, but I think he spotted it out, so very, very important. Just the one defender on the B bomb site, and there's not much of a reason to go for this. In spite of the fact that they're 4-1, they don't have the cash, really. They are sort of setting up a little bit around. I suppose if you get a really quick pick off, you can have the conversation, but I think already they're realizing it's not going to be worth it here, so good call. Almost out of spawn for Aurora. They had some mid smokes, and they decided very early on they were going to go for this B bomb side. Turns out to be the right move, so whatever it takes really to get them back on the board, I suppose. So 4-2 the scoreline. They're going to be going into the next round, hopefully with some more luck here, because it is starting to get really worrisome. T-side for Dust2, I feel like, is normally where you can have a lot of things going your way without too much work.
Well, there we go. Fortunate to get away with that one. Lack of utility, but only one member of bait residing within that B bomb site, and it is going to be a pretty convincing victory there for Aurora. They'll take a tactical pause off the back of this. Finally got the woxic AWP within their ranks as well. Looking to bring a few of their star players online. We haven't seen much from Jota as of yet. He's one of 5. Maja, as mentioned, his overall performance has been quite weak here, but let's see whether he can pick up the pieces and close the gap here. Another important round as the money is going to start to be compromised on the CT side. So, first tactical timeout of the game. This is the map choice of Aurora here in the quarterfinals. You've got plenty of Counter-Strike action coming your way. All 4 quarterfinals happening on the A and B stream today. Then we have 2 semis, and then the third place decided tomorrow, along with the grand final. So today, it's a stacked schedule. A lot of Counter-Strike action going on. But here we go. Hedrick versus woxic. To be a boost this time for woxic. Seems to cause damage on every single cross here. Kenzie, not dissuaded, will make his way in towards the lower B tunnels, tucking himself behind the box here. It's a very common position to be Molotov'd out, but looks like XANTARES is going for the dry peak.
Yeah, but they got a boost up on Catwalk, so they can help out kensizor. They've actually dismantled the boost, unfortunately. Going to be grenade landing instead. Smoke there will block off part of it as well, and a nice shot right through the box. More grenade damage, though, so it's not completely for nothing. They've managed to tag up Wakadia and XANTARES a little bit, if nothing else. But I think they wanted to keep that boost going. Another creative smoke lands on top of the wall to block off that mid position, and now they're going to be throwing the classic utility here to get rid of it. But there's a lot of people on the catwalk. Way too many. XANTARES. Oh, sorry. Maja, he's going to get the kill, but he will go down afterwards. It's going to be MPL. 4 versus 3. Alex, Hedrick, and Essential. 3 versus 4. And there could be a bit of a fight. If this is 1 out long, if Hedrick can take down Jota, I believe, who's hanging around, then I think the round opens up again. He's very close to getting to the corner here. Alex hanging around the catwalk. But yeah, Jota's going to be going down. That's a huge fight for Hetrick. And it does, I think, make them a lot more able to defend this mid position.
Oh, certainly. Let's have a look, though. The mid to B split has certainly been initiated here. To be woxic, trying to open things up. He's got Essential to deal with. Bear in mind, Essential was tagged at the start of the round, finally taken down. But it will be bait back to their winning ways here. Aurora, after the tactical timeout, don't really get much done there. No bomb planted. A limp mid to B attempted there, but outpositioned, outgunned by Essential. And yeah, the woes continue here for Aurora, unable to string together a couple of rounds here. XANTARES, even with the opener, a lot of nade damage received, but MPL fighting back against matchup. Still had the man advantage at this point, but couldn't hold on. It's going to be a very ropey purchase. Again, woxic is doing so much damage on every single round. Takes kensizor down to 45.
It's a weird talent to have, to be able to hit those mid shots. But I suppose it's, you know, it'll be annoying if you're on the opponent's side, having to cross into B with half health or worse almost every round. Round of 8. Head trick. Oh, that's a nice peek from Major on the other side, but they very nearly get bursted down here. It's NPL doing great work. He wants to fight more.
Wow.
Headshot onto Jota, not lacking in confidence. 3 kills, and now the Incendiary to hold off. He's going to go for more. Another headshot brings it up to a quad, and woxic around the corner. NPL looking to see if he get the ace, and he will pick it up, absolutely crushing Aurora in this round.
Wow, excellent sequence there from MPL. Recently taken off the in-game leader responsibilities and absolutely thriving right now. What a fantastic round. Aggressive, confident, swinging as he ducks and weaves from short. Perfectly positioned each and every time. Drops the Incendiary, buys himself a little bit of space here, takes the Mocardia, and indeed woxic to close things out. Beautiful ace, first in this quarterfinal. And we're going to go up 6-2 in favor of bait. The money's surely broken as Aurora enter round number 9. Oh, nice job.
That is so painful, isn't it? You call that the NPL twister, Henry, if you want.
We can do.
It's early in the morning, Henry.
I see what you've done. I see what you've done.
Oh, hold the
on.
phone. Speaking of twists, we got some headshots.
Okay, they actually found 2 headshots, and then they've dinged Hetrick as well. They should be winning this round. I think they will. Hetrick's low. He gets dropped. Things are looking real desperate, real dicey, but all of a sudden they've got an eco victory. Deagle's armor. And now Alex 666 looking to steal this one away, but I don't think he stands a chance. XANTARES should be able to hit this shot no problem, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered. A nice eco victory, huge injection of cash, and some frustrated bait players there. They were really high-flying, but a couple of beautiful Deagle headshots shut them down. All of a sudden, this game is back on.
I feel like those are the mechanics that I expect out of the Turkish team that's supposed to make them dangerous every time. I mean, it's sick to see with the Deagles. I wish we had more regular rounds where it was like that. I want to see Wicardia and XANTARES out there on the server with just the rifles being a threat in every single moment. This is, I mean, really impressive work with the Deagles. You've got to give it to them, but I wish it was happening with the AKs as well. Maybe they can change it up now. It's a very good round, obviously. Not complaining too much. Yeah,
okay.
Get fired up a little bit. I like it.
Yeah, they needed that. Things were starting to look weak once again here for Aurora. We're going to be getting into round number 10 here. Closing stages of this first half. Bait looking to maintain their huge lead. We're going to have the defensive smoke deployed. You can see why. woxic challenging, taking damage en route now. Will fall back.
Right into the HE. Timing could not have been better for that one. But it is a bit of a quiet map all of a sudden. Traditional setup for bait. Not been too aggressive. Apart from the catwalk position, they've been holding back on a lot of the map. But it's been working for them, so I can't really complain too much about it. Utility on the catwalk. It looks like we'll end up at the B bomb site with some kind of a split involvement here. XANTARES, see if he can sell just a little bit of presence on the A bomb site, but They got that bomb in upper dark. It's always a good indication of what's coming. They got a lot of Molotovs as well if they want to burn out that B bomb site.
Let's see what they've got in mind. 45 seconds remaining. Pretty solid B hold. MP9 was up high, but feeling the pressure now from middle. Going to have to adjust the setup here. Presumably put the AWP towards the window instead of the MP9. And that's what they'll go for. It's well timed, but a better shot comes through. It's going to be the B split initiated. They know the AWP's towards window, and it's going to be Jota to take down the SMG. That's a big miss from Headtrick. Probably cost them the round, and indeed it does. Aurora need this kill to come through to guarantee the round. As long as XANTARES doesn't go down, it should be absolutely fine. And there we have it. The save has been called. The B split successful. Nice presence there from XANTARES at the start of the round, dropping the lurk smoke towards short, Molotov, and going for the spams as well. They only had 2 players on the B side of the map, locked out, and the SMG couldn't go toe-to-toe with the likes of Jota. As soon as that missed AWP shot comes in, that's when the round is officially done for. Mercadia on the hunt will find Alex 666. This is the MPL to deal with. Looks like he'll survive for now, but XANTARES is coming for you. There it is. Okay, that's a big round, Anders.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're starting to see, thankfully, I suppose, Aurora wake up a little bit. That early Deagle round propelling them forward, and now finally the money's running low for Bait. But I don't know about you. I feel like 6 rounds already on the CT side is not that bad. I'm not really too sad about what Bait are doing here. Definitely, I think Aurora, even at 6-6, I mean, it's a winnable scoreline. They're not going to be sad about it, but they're not really demolishing Bait either, to be fair. So I think if I'm Bait going into the second half, even if it's just 6 rounds, I'm okay with that. I feel like we've done enough to make it a competitive game for themselves. So should be Aurora cleaning a lot of this up here. Obviously just USPs. Got a Zeus in play for Alex down in lower dark. No one showing up, unfortunately, tragically. Yeah, but this is going just according to plan. 1 HE on Headtrick. Even if he lands it, who cares? Doesn't make a big difference.
I think you might be right there. Even causing damage here doesn't really do anything for them. It's the last round coming up next. T side coming back to life here, looking for the 6-6 scoreline. They were down in the dumps at 1 point, but XANTARES and co are officially online here in the quarterfinal. Their map pick. Looking to tie things up. Not a great half. The absolute favorites coming into this one, but well recovered. See if woxic can cause damage on the cross once again. He's been doing it all half long. Hasn't got the best spawn for him. Might head towards B this time. Jumps down. Surely he doesn't do more damage here. They're actually smoking it now. They've had enough.
That is funny as a sign of how annoyed they are at this whole thing. I love that. But back into upper dark we go. They had that out of spawn call earlier where they decided to go for the B bomb side, and there was only one. I think it was Essential who was playing alone. This time he's got some backup with kensizor, which also means they've got more grenades. But it does look like Aurora want to test this B bomb side once again. Smoke goes up. That didn't stop them last time. They just put up their own low smoke and waited it out a little bit. XANTARES, I think if he saw those players on catwalk, he has to do something to clear that out. He's going to know that they're there anyway. I think he's heard the smokes and the flashes up there, so if you're going to go straight B, wow, right for the smoke. That is a disgusting headshot.
Okay, well, that's going to ruffle some feathers, and in towards B we go. It's going to be Jota stepping up his game here. Slow start, but had some high impact in the last couple of rounds here in the quarterfinal. Peaking at the right time, as we will see a 4 versus 2 ensue. Alex already low. Headtrick feeling the heat outside the B bomb site here. Goes to the lurk smoke. And I feel like this kill is guaranteed for Magia. Takes his total up to 5 and 8. And there we have it. Aurora do find the 6-6 scoreline. Slow start and comfortable moments there. But after they won that Eco Anders, the Desert Eagle and Armor round, once they got that under their belt, it felt like it was smooth sailing. Lord knows what would have happened if they didn't find that round.
Yeah, I think you're right. That is the pivotal round where things really started to turn around for the Turkish squad. So happy to see that. It's a good turnaround for them. And 6-6, as we sometimes say, so obviously a good handshake between the two teams. I still think Bait are going to be all right coming into the second one, or into the second half here. We'll find out in a couple of seconds. But honestly, yeah, another slightly worrying sign, I would say, for Aurora. We'll see if they're able to catch up even further into the second half, which, again, some teams have a bit of a tough time. I will say this, I think Aurora's CT side on Dust2 is pretty good. And I don't think it's going to be easy for Bait. I think this is one of those times where they actually will be pretty good on the CT side. Just
one of those times.
One of those times. I hope so, because you know, I'm getting nervous. But you're right, Jota, though, he really made up for it towards the end here. He was starting to land some shots.
Yeah, he definitely did. They were suddenly feeling the pressure towards B. It was woxic doing damage to them on the cross each and every time, starting to smoke it, starting to make them a little bit slower in towards the bomb site, but that split coming through once again. No problem for Aurora. Can they find themselves a pistol victory, though? They are taking the game to Bait. Two players in towards lower, Wicardia and Jota, with the dual elites ready and waiting. To be a five-man B lean here. Are they just going to be smoking the doors, flashing over, and hoping for the best? Looks to be the case here. Not the best interaction with those dual elites. The smoke goes down. I dare say that could be round in itself. It's going to be Jota fighting back. Bomb to be planted. A very difficult retake ahead of them, especially now as Jota's dropped towards the tunnels. They've got another smoke available. And yeah, I don't see a world where Aurora can make this round work.
Me neither. In fact, they're already starting to slowly slip away. They do have a little bit of armor on two players, so for woxic and XANTARES, it's not a lot to be saving, but you might as well. Magic's going to hang around and look for some exit kills with that, you know, new bonus for the CT sides. Why not try and see if you can land a couple here? But that was pretty straightforward. In spite of Aurora being in position in lower dark, you just can't get your way up the stairs. Nice shot from NPL. All right, even denying the extra cash there. So this is fantastic work. Bait, they're going to be quite happy winning both the pistol rounds. The first one was kensizor with a quad kill, and this one was just straight walk into the B bomb site. So well done. And we'll put them at a 7-6 scoreline here.
Yeah. Not really much to report. The confident, aggressive nature of Aurora in that round comes back to haunt them. Unable to find the kills in towards lower B, even after getting the sound cues of the utility being deployed. They are going to answer back with a force buy of their own, though. A double scout setup with Wicardia and woxic, looking to find the tags, set up these SMGs. And these are difficult rounds to win on the T side. We'll see whether they can get through unscathed. It's going to be the smoke down towards double doors, Molotov in towards lower.
I feel like it'd be the appropriate amount of absurdity if they win the pivotal round in the first half with the Eagles, and then another pivotal round here with double scouts. I think that's what I'm in for. That would be sick.
That definitely could happen. So far, so good, though, for Bait. No damage on routes. First objectives being cleared now, getting some short control, pushing them back towards long, but here we go. It's going to be Wicardia finding a kill in towards middle. Nice shot.
Trying to go to catwalk was Alex. Instead, gets scouted along the way. Could actually see that kensizor on long knew that he was maybe getting baited into a setup on long, so he kind of fell back, which is good self-control. Flash on over. Nobody's there on the other side, so MPL not going to be rewarded with anything. To be honest, if they just went for a split here towards B, and they, assuming that they can get their way through Magir in the or XANTARES in the middle, they're probably going to be fine against the Wicardia scout. They should be able to put enough pressure on. So I think it's all up to XANTARES to get at least one kill, or maybe just buy a little bit of extra time here. Oh, it's a good headshot. He will take down kensizor. And like I said, I think the scout now, it's going to be sandwiched in. I don't think there's much you could do with the back right here. Looking for another headshot is Wicardia, but they are allowing more people to get close. He actually gets that kill onto Hetrick. Absolutely cinematic on that one.
I think your point still stands, though. There just won't be enough to go for the retake here. You've got woxic with no utility. He's got the scout. But Jota's actually been given a freebie. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, all of a sudden the round is back on. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. woxic with the Galil. Significant damage inflicted towards Essential. And now the duel begins. Problem is, no kit for woxic here. Can't really waste any time going towards the window. Ducking and weaving, but still comes out on top. I think he's got just enough time here to get the defuse in. So it is going to be that nightmare situation for Bait. They somehow give the round up.
Oh, they just weren't expecting for anyone to peek and drop a dark that early on, because that 2v2, I mean, even it looks like it's somewhat even, but it isn't. Without the kit, without the proper weapons, it should have fallen apart. But all of the necessary kills, sintares gets the one in the middle. This one for Arcadia, suddenly there's an opening, and they managed to take it. Yeah, could see here, Jota sneaking on through, and nobody was looking for him, so crazy shots all around. Aurora, they get the round back, and it wasn't, I mean, it was the scouts obviously getting a couple of kills there, but it wasn't the way that we were expecting. Crazy clutch coming out. The game is tied once again, and Aurora looking good.
They've stolen a couple away now. Desert Eagles in the first half, second round force buy in the second. woxic clutches up in the 1 versus 1. Up against Mac 10s and Tech 9s now. Round 15. Split it right down the middle, 7-7. Bear in mind, there is another quarterfinal going on the 8th stream right now as well. We've got a lot of Counter-Strike to bring you today. All the quarterfinals, all the semi-finals. The other match that's going on right now is Heroic versus GamerLegion. Heroic currently up to 9-6 in that one. So just to give you an update, a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces. We are going to see now the mid to B split attempted once again. It's going to be the crisscross smokes. Arcadia to defend and can't hold on. This could get messy now. It's going to be XANTARES bringing it back to a 3-on-3. Damage inflicted towards Hedrick and Alex, but I wouldn't give them the advantage, but certainly a chance here at winning out in the 3-on-3.
Yeah, they got another smoke towards the door that they just put up, and that really limits things. A nice little camera view of the kit that's in the window. They're kind of going to have to use the window anyway because that door is smoked up for the next 15 seconds. Not a lot of fun to try and get done. See a little bit of a attempted jump on over, but they're already feeling the pressure. And how are they going to try and go for this? They need to do it right now. They got flashbangs, but they are very, very delayed already. And I think they've made the choice. It's better to wait. I suppose it does make sense when you think about the weaponry and the money that's left here on the CT side. But what a tough call to have to make. Losing to that, like you said, the crisscross smokes in the middle and the very fast execute onto the B bomb site. Very frustrating round. But I guess it's justice. Aurora, they've stolen a couple of rounds themselves. Time for Bait to do the same.
Yeah, absolutely. The B split, the crisscross smokes, and then Arcadia needed to get a couple of kills there. Tucked in the corner, taken down by the Mac 10. Made things very uncomfortable. They take the wise and informed decision, though, to save the rifles. It didn't look possible to retake the bomb site there, so we're going to go for a long take now. MPL that Mac 10 looking dangerous once again. Smokes down towards the corner. It's going to be Madja drawing first blood, but there's Alex 666 mowing them down. That's a very impressive sequence, and that should be enough to win out here. Looking to extend their lead 9-7. And 2 players in towards CD Spawn. We've got Jota, Arcadia. Smoke down, gap in the smoke. Will it have any massive knock-on effect? I don't think so. They are going to re-smoke it now. Still a slight chance here. The FAMAS, though, is it the weapon for the job? Apparently not. It's going to be kensizor to mow them both down. And that's a very important pickup here on their opponent's pick. Extending their lead, presumably going to have to be an eco going forward here. They did save 3 weapons here, so money might not be completely busted, Anders, but certainly not going to be good. Given that long control, you can see how they segregate the CTs with that long corner smoke. Sure, Magic gets one, but Alex sprays them all down. Round over as soon as Jota's dropped, and kensizor finds them both, but it is going to be the eco. We've got Arcadia on the Zeus. That is about it. It's going to be rushing middle. It's a very common Molotov right now.
Yeah.
The Spirit Molly, where you run and jump it off the top of the drop-down area. Lands before the scenes can get through.
It's a nice way to try and control, make sure that people can't easily get into lower dark, although what Arcadia did with the Zeus, he wanted to try and see if he could find someone to snap down there. It's not going to be quite possible. 9-7 and looking very good for a 10th round here for Bait. I've got to be honest. There is a stack at the A bomb side, but it shouldn't make a difference. Again, there's just so much utility on the other side with the weapons as well. Flash is going on over. kensizor, 17 kills now to try and get them over the finish line here on Dust2. It's MPL also doing great work, like you said, relieved of his leadership duties and just out for the frags. Certainly doing a very good job at the moment. Jota back here, just a USP and a knife, and really a tough position for Aurora to be in right now. Even after this round, it's not like they have a ton of money that they're swimming in here. Lost Bone is going to have to give them a little bit further, but yeah, it's turned into a weird game for them. Another one of those weird games.
There's been plenty of them here at PGL Masters Bucharest. Aurora not looking their usual selves here this tournament. They haven't for a while, to be honest. Keep crashing out at the worst possible times. A team that no one seems to really believe in right now, and it's the worst possible time for your stock to bottom out, Anders, with the major around the corner. Confidence seems to be at an all-time low.
Yeah, because we haven't heard anything about them trying to, redo their team in some tactical sense. I mean, it would also be a dangerous time to do it anyway, leading up into the major. It just feels like you don't want to be missing the confidence. In fact, how sick would it be if you end up winning this tournament, and then that's your springboard into playing in the major? That would be fantastic for Aurora, but it feels like right now they're doing the opposite in some sense. And not the first time that we've seen it from them, unfortunately. So don't know what has gone wrong. It is the map pick of Bait here, but no, sorry, from Aurora. But I still feel like the second map on Mirage is going to be potentially even more dangerous for them. We'll find out hopefully soon. Round number 18, and MPL making his way out to that long corner. There are 3 people here, so you got to be careful if you want to keep on fighting. They at least got the forward position on long, so we'll see if they want to keep on going here. Bait, I don't think they realize how many people are on the other side.
Well, let's find out, shall we? Very important one. Aurora need to start finding a streak of their own. XANTARES looking to take matters into his own hands. Nice spray down on the first, but a one and done doesn't do a whole lot for them. Flashes over now as Madja tucks himself behind the car. It's going to be smoke towards a crossover. Presumably the car will be Molotoved eventually, but we'll see if it affects him. Okay, so he might get overlooked.
I think that's what Madja is praying for, that they've already grenaded the one time. Maybe they'll forget the second time here. Oh, what a lineup for woxic. That could have been delicious for a double kill. They will Molotov it a second time. That's great diligence being put out here from Bait. Turns it into a 2v3, but it is winnable. woxic is already low. If they could just touch him with any of these Molotovs, but they don't spread far enough. He's still alive behind the box. It'll be Jota and Wakadia to clean it up as they, I think, almost line up for the kills there. It's a very, very close round. And a 10-8 scoreline, but that could have gone wrong.
Oh, it absolutely could have done. Madja did well to stay alive as long as he did. Get the surprise kill, even though they Molotov it. It was XANTARES to open things up, and woxic is hitting that shot, staying alive, setting up Madja for the next shot. That was everything. And then Wakadia and Jota combining for a bit of fortune there. Through the smoke. 10-8. Down but not out. woxic, though, certainly losing a lot of HP to kick things off. They're down to 14 points of health. Same story for Alex. So, dissuading them from long. Wakadia. A smoke down in front of him. Can hear presence in towards lower B. It's going to be head trick of the AWP clearing it out.
All the protocols in place. The Molotov around the corner, that flashbang that flashes anyone on the catwalk. It's all good work for Bait to make sure that they're not getting any silly deaths at the start of the round. And on to the next part, which is clearing out the catwalk. So they are literally just going through the tactical book here on the T side to make sure that they've got the map control necessary. It's Alex low on health out by the upper dark position. Was wondering if he was going to have a smoke up there. You can set up some cool split smokes from that position. Straight peek from kensizor. He's back in the saddle. 18th kill on him, and they're going to go straight for the bomb site here. 2 people defending inside, but it won't be easy. XANTARES aggressive in the window. Turns around and gets Alex as well. It's a very good job here for the Turkish rifler. Now it's just Jota inside of the site. He knows that they're coming for him as well. Couldn't quite stay alive, but it was buying enough time anyway for MPL to get shot in the back by woxic. It's all up to head trick here, Henry. 1 versus 2, planting the bomb as they get a bit closer.
Yeah, not a great chance of winning here, but if he can cut this one down to size, make it a 1v1 quickly, maybe he's got a chance here. woxic is low, as we mentioned before, down to 14 points of health. Currently just holding the window, misses the shot. That's intel. He can pretty much guarantee the other player will be towards tunnels at this point as well. It's going to be a difficult round to pick up here. Like I said, needs to bring it down to a 1v1. Has done so now. woxic with the rifle in hand and will come out on top. Even with the low HP, it was a must-win round for Aurora. Comes down to the 1 versus 1, but they've done it. A 1-round game at that. We go 10-9. Close. Very close indeed. And Bates can't quite get it over the line.
Yeah, I mean, great patience for woxic, both waiting in T-spawn, but then even at the end there with the AK, letting his opponent kind of walk into the crosshairs. Could have gone horribly wrong if he was just getting held out. Another timeout being called now. Bait started to feel the pressure. They can sense that Aurora started to get back. And if you're an Aurora fan, you've got to be excited by the fact that it's XANTARES who's now leading the charge. You saw him get a double kill in the B-bomb site then. He's up to 16 in total. That surely is exactly what you want to see for them to get back into this one. So 10-9. Very, very close game here for the quarterfinals to begin with. I'm pleased that we're not seeing any kind of a stomp one way or the other. That's good news.
Let's have a look. What have we got here for Bates? Galil for kensizor, AKs and orbs. Otherwise, it should be absolutely fine here. A couple of concessions have to be made for Aurora. You can see that last round going down to the 1v1. It's going to be Major operating with the MP9. Massive grenade, though, to kick things off. kensizor swallows it at the start. Currently 18-12. And going through the same motions we discussed in the previous round. Getting that lower B control, flash towards top and middle to push anyone back towards short. Then you can drop your mid to B util. That's going to be the double door smoke.
Yeah, not really getting challenged once again here. Aurora, not that set on trying to do anything super crazy. But then again, neither were Bait on when they were on the CT side. So both teams kind of agreeing that it's better to just play it this way. Catwalk getting cleared out now. There is a world in which Wakadia would try to push into that upper dark position when they got the double setup. I feel like I've seen him do that before, but they are going to back on out. They want to play it cool this time. Long position with the double setup. Surely good for a kill here. XANTARES and Major. As soon as they walk into Major, flash goes out here. Should be dead for the lineup. XANTARES with a double. Nearly a headshot onto head trick, but you know what? You'll take it here. 3 versus 3. Bomb is out on long. woxic in the middle is going to hold on, though. So no pressure being applied. I think it might just all be up to whether or not MPL can hold his mid position. The bomb is rotating back.
Okay, so yeah, they're going to set MPL up towards middle. Hedrick will go with the bomb to T-spawn, try and get the plant down, and hopefully MPL, he needs at least a double kill when they relinquish control of CT spawn. 3 CTs in towards that area. 10 seconds remaining. Oh, they're giving it up? Oh, he can't even plant the bomb. So this round's not happening. Cancel that. Couldn't even make it in. It was a cool idea.
It was such a cool idea. I feel so cheated. I would have loved to have seen how that would have played out, but obviously you do need time to actually plant the bomb. That's how we tie up the game. All right. But honestly, good work with the setup out on long for Aurora. That was, you know, another good double kill for XANTARES. Looked like it maybe even could have been a triple, but yeah, they hold on. Magius on the microphone, talking his team hopefully back into this one. They are tied up, and they got a little bit of cash to work with in the bank. Not a lot, but that would be the next thing to try and build up. Early smoke out on long. No one's really rushing it. And Bait, see if they could do it again. At least get close to winning a round. If they keep on with the economy being this low on the Aurora side, then there's always a chance to get back in the game.
What have we got to work with here? A couple of saved weapons, but an eco otherwise. Getting up some Kevlar, a couple of upgraded pistols, trying to save the cash going forward. Kind of do or die time right now as well. A game that was looking comfortable for Bait. Starting to unravel somewhat here for them. 5 players in towards upper B. I assume we'll see a lurk smoke. Smoke's down towards double doors here, courtesy of Essential. That could be it. 1 smoke over and a couple of flashes. Grenade's going to be doing a lot of damage. It's a nice work from that PC-50, but presumably not going to be quite enough here. 3 versus 2. They've got an AWP and an M4. Round not necessarily over. As you see the clutch attempt now brought in. The CT's pretty far away as well. XANTARES confirms the middle's clear. They haven't got a smoke for the tunnels. They're going to have to flash over and hope for the best here. One pick from Hetrix AWP. This could all fall apart very quickly, Anders.
I mean, that op shot could have been it right there through the doors. I thought maybe he would walk straight into it. Like you said, just flashbangs on the CT side. One deep going, and Hetrick so blind. Another one to set it up for the peak here. He almost has enough time to get another bullet back. He does, but now he's alone. Sandwiched in as they come through the window. Oh, what a nice flick onto Maja. But they just run straight for the defuse with a kit in his back pocket as well. They should have just enough time for it, but another very, very close round here. Bait almost managing to thread the needle on this one. Still 11-10. Aurora, they're just skating by in this game.
Yeah, it's not very clean. It's not very convincing, but they get the job done. They now take the lead at 11-10. A dicey round. Wakadia did enough, though. Gets himself 3 kills. The Glocks and P250s that eluded them, but Hetrick always going to be deadly in those sort of scenarios. Thankfully, woxic will find him with a leaping P2000. Had the kid as mentioned, and will get that defuse in, but still a very expensive round. They won't have absolutely everything they need going forward here. You can see a couple of grenades have to be given up. Wakadia foregoes the helmet, but overall not too bad. Looking for map points here. Money at breaking point on either side of the equation. So if Bait can pick this up, they actually might even take the lead and get map points. Aurora can close out the game if they can deny this one with no bomb being planted.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We'll see if Bait could do even better. I mean, last round they had so little going into it, and they still kind of made it work. This is Wakadia winning the fight into Upper Dark. Essential going down in a 4-on-5 before Bait even really start to get through their default protocols. You could see they were in the middle of clearing out Lower Dark, Catwalk now. So that's kind of what they've been doing every single round. They just like to play it off the default here. Smoke for the cross, but this surely feels very telegraphed. All right, we've got the crisscross set up again. They almost have to just follow through, but I feel like Aurora know what is coming. They're set up in middle. They're set up in the B-bomb site. They have a really good plan for this defense.
Thing is, the B-bomb site, all it takes is a couple of headshots and everything can fall apart very quickly. That's a nice smoke, though. At a perfect time to deploy it. 40 seconds on the clock. Wakadia will reposition behind it. Looking for anyone sneaking through, trying to play in front of their lurk smoke if it comes in. This is looking promising. It will have to be the B finish here. We have got kensizor tucked away in towards middle. Comes down to this. You can hear the utilities being deployed now. Wakadia needs a couple of frags here. Jota's going to beat into the punch. If anything, didn't need to swing. The round was theirs, and all of a sudden it gets a little bit more complicated now as it will be XANTARES going down towards middle. 3 versus 1. That should be enough now. Bombs down towards the tunnels, so just delaying this one as long as possible. Sure, he gets the kill, but there's no time. And this needs to recover the bomb. And with 5 seconds remaining, not going to happen. No time to plant, no time to win the round, even by virtue of kills. And there we have it. If they can take him down now, that would be massive, but not going to happen. MPL will hold on to the AK-47. But money is broken.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. That double spray down from Jota at the back, that was enough. That probably did it right then and there. Felt very telegraphed the way that round played out. I feel like Bait, it probably was a hard call to make, but at some point there, maybe it would have made sense to take some time to put some pressure on the catwalk, just so Aurora are less sure of what's happening over on that B side. I feel like it always must have looked to Aurora like that was going to be happening, so they certainly were more than ready to defeat anything that was coming their way. 12-10, one more round to go, and Aurora will find a way to squeak through this one. Some very fortunate round, the double scout round, the deagle rounds, those really made an impact here. And in the middle, they throw the flashbang, but it does nothing at all to Wakadia. He's got to back up with XANTARES. Even though he got a grenade in hand, he still manages to live through this one, and now escaping back, even has a chance to reload here. He's just so lucky to get away, but that might be enough for you to seal the deal on Dust2.
It might be, Anders. First map of this quarterfinal certainly wasn't clean. Doesn't inspire much hope for Aurora fans, but looking like that they've got this one over the line. You'd think this is the sort of matchup they might dominate and have a statement performance on. But right now, I think they'll just be happy with the victory. Let's see if they can actually get there first. It's going to be woxic. There's tag up. Alex 666, a 5-on-2 now. Can't imagine a world where this goes wrong, but there's certainly a world where it's possible. 3-on-2 now. Bomb to be planted. It's going to be Major down towards long. Needs to be very careful. Can't give his life up for free. And it's going to be a 5-on-2 situation that could be falling apart here. And indeed it is. It's an Aurora Classic, an Aurora Special, as a guaranteed round. Looked like there was nothing left to be said, but they have found a way. And we will be going the distance here by the looks of things. Wicardia, a couple of kills to find, but surely can't hold on, but he has done it. Okay, crisis averted, Anders. It looked like they were absolutely done for there. A 5-on-2 nearly falls apart, but Aurora do get the job done. A hollow victory in the end, a sigh of relief. Yeah, you're smiling now, but God, if you lost that round, it could have been a very different story.
They probably should have lost that round. That 2v1, I don't know what. I guess none of the Aurora
plus CS2, people kind of wrote him off as a top-tier sniper, Anders. But now I would say he's arguably in the top 5 once again.
Yeah, it's exciting that he's managed to have an individual recovery. Definitely not easy to do. We saw how annoying he was on Dust2 down through the middle, but yeah, we'll see if he can do even better on this one. Certainly a nice map to be AWPing on, at least some of the time. Depends a little bit on how you play those mid positions, I feel like, and how much you're going to get grenaded out of there. But there are players that found a lot of fortune playing the CT side on this one. We're going to get straight into it. It will be some utility, actually, on Aurora's side. So they've got Flashbang, Smoke, HE on XANTARES there. But no kit in play on the CT side. Guessing away in the middle, not finding anything. Bait, though, looking to speed it up. It's going to be a very fast B-split coming through, and they're not going to slow this one down.
Oh, they're certainly not. It's going to be a difficult round for the Turks to hold on to here. It's Major, the last line of defense in a 3 versus 3. Needs to try and stay alive here, getting some sound cues. He knows they're all around him, but his teammates are still dropping like flies. I don't think Major's got it in him. That's a nice shot, but ultimately taken down. woxic, the star player we just mentioned, with his iconic P2000, coming in from short, got his plate full, as he has 2 players to find and a bomb to defuse. And he has no defuse kit to speak of here, but he has got plenty of skill. Not going to matter in this particular interaction. It's going to be that B finish from Bait. Bomb planted. Magic denied it for a second there, but needed a couple more kills. And it will be a force buy in response now. Aurora will be presenting MP9s, a 5-7, and of course the woxic Scout. So a chance to bounce back here, but pretty convincing stuff there from Bait.
Very, very well done. I like the commitment to the split and just the straight follow through. You don't know exactly what you're going to run into, but they definitely had no doubt that they want to do that right out of spawn. So cool stuff. A huge stack on the B bomb site. They are leaving Jota alone at A. He's got a smoke that he set up towards ramp. He's got one more smoke, so that's the plan, I suppose. Double smoke the ramp and hope that it forces Bait into the stack over at the B bomb site. Would be disappointing if Bait just goes straight there. I feel like you want to try and test out. Somebody's going to have to go pick up the bomb there, just to be sure. I think Hetrick is on it, but yeah, they are doing everything right. As long as they're in the middle and boosting up in the window, they're going to have, I think, a good read of what's coming. They're not going to get walking into any kind of stack anytime soon, but I don't know. I guess it's worth trying if you're Aurora, hoping that you're going to get lucky here.
Yeah, it doesn't look good right now, to be honest. Might just be one of those situations where you end up just saving on the force buy, which is absolutely fine. A bomb site essentially wide open right now. Smoke down towards jungle. Only line of defense we've got is Jota with the 5-7. So yeah, okay, that might invite them in, Anders. They didn't see that coming. Okay, it's getting a little bit dicey actually, somehow, some way. Wicardia drops. It's going to be that scout swinging around, but kensizor doing a lot of damage here. Finally, woxic's been shut down as well, so there's definitely not going to be a save here. They'll give it a look in, considering the position of Major as well. He needs to find multiple kills here on the flank. Coming in from T-spawn. It all comes down to whether he's been overlooked. And he has, but he hasn't made the cleanest run of it at all. It's going to be a 1 versus 1, but Jota down to 17 points of health. kensizor outpositions him. They might be tempted to force buy again. I wouldn't recommend it. But there we go. It's going to be Bait just about getting the round over the line there. Tempted into it. It was the B stack. Jota finding the kill towards a murder hole. They managed to make it very close and very uncomfortable, but on the CT side, you can't really justify forcing once more. So they'll go for some deagles here and try and keep them modest, but essentially it should be 3-0.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't fall for the temptation of forcing up again. I feel like that would be very, very risky here. What a close round. Imagine if Aurora could have picked it up, but kensizor, he got 4 kills in that last round, so really dragging his team through that round, kicking and streaming. Bit of a push coming out from the A ramp. I think it's Woxic who's making his way down to try and take a fight, but already been discovered, so nothing more will come of that. I think they've engaged each other towards T-spawn. So at the very same time, we've got some mid-control coming in here. Bait actually making a lot of progress. Jota, close. Oh, but the flank is coming in as well. He doesn't get the shot with the deagle. That is all-out madness. I can't believe that nobody died for Bait. At least somebody should have been shot in the back, but at the end, with the dust settles, it's a B-bomb site plant here, and it's woxic on a bit of a flank again. P2000 in hand. Zeus in the back pocket if he gets really close, but looks like he's going to get spotted by Senthiel here. Should have the upper hand. Oh, he's a little bit low on health. No, it doesn't matter. Headshot to come on through, and I don't even know how they get out with no casualties on the Bait side.
Just to do some housekeeping here, this is the second of 2 quarterfinals going on right now. We've got the A-Stream Heroic taking on GamerLegion. And then, of course, we've got Bates versus Aurora here. Coming out after, we've got 2 other quarterfinals, Ping versus Legacy, the Brazilian derby, and then Liquid Saw. Then we also, going on late in the day, have both semifinals as well. So the winner of this series will still go on to play a semifinal later on today and concluding tomorrow with the 3rd place playoff and the grand final. It's going to be an action-packed couple of days here at PGL Masters. It's by virtue of an event happening in China as well. Teams, talent, everyone having to move over there, so we just got to get it done today. All the quarterfinals and semis. We will see an opening frag here, this time from Maja. Looking quite convincing here already from Aurora, but the round far from over. Woxic seems to think so. And just to get a couple, Maja, one more, should seal the deal. It's going to be kensizor, who's had a great showing so far at 6-1. We'll slow it right down, though. Bomb on his back. Needs the ace clutch to make this one happen. It's very unlikely, but every kill he can find, it's worth its weight in gold, financially speaking. It's going to be Jota tucking himself in towards the ladder room. Should be the perfect position to shut this one down. Can't imagine a world where kensizor has the presence of mind to pre-fire that angle. Just looking for just one more kill. Maybe a bomb plan.
That would be something. I do like the discipline here for the CT side. They know exactly what you said. Any kills that come the way of Bait right now is going to be detrimental to the CT economy. Oh, that's a great headshot. Takes down woxic. If you get the bomb plant on top, that would truly be something. He's trying to fake it out. He's still got another 30 seconds. And actually, he's now trying to win the round. Look how close it is. If he could find XANTARES, he was looking the wrong way, but he just gets the crosshair back in time. That is so scary.
Okay. Yeah, you win the round, but at what cost? 3 players go down, 2 survive. Maja with that opening frag. Woxic with a nice sequence here with the M4A4 gets the double, but still a 5-on-2. And once again, the round feels a little bit uncomfortable towards the end there. Maja trying to rally the troops here. He knows this team is in a bit of a tailwind right now. They can't seem to find their form. They need to peak before the major. They can't keep in this slump that they found themselves in. So trying to find the 2-0 today. They're heavily favored against a team like Bates. Aurora considered world-class opposition, like found some success this year, managed to get 2nd place at EWC. But ever since then, Anders, it's been nothing but disappointment and really kind of underwhelming results. So let's see if they can find some decent form today. Can they build upon that success and towards a B-bomb site? Wasn't the cleanest round, but they've got their first on the board after going down 0-3.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes just winning the round is all that matters. And honestly, the crossfire at the beginning of the B-bomb side was really great for that defense. So there's some positives to take away, even if it was close towards the end. 3-1. And let's see. Or incendiary that lands in the smoke there. Not that it, I think, would have made any difference whatsoever, but looked funny. And a lot of mid-presence for Bait. They've got 4 people in here. One of them coming through the underpass. That's NPL hanging around. big lean towards the A bomb side. They've got 3 people kind of on the side itself, and they've got XANTARES not far away in the window. So if it's a B hit right now, you mentioned it early on when we saw the graphic that MIBR is alone, and since he's not been playing that well, that could be a weak point. Certainly when he's this much alone, if they hit him right now, it could be a bit of an issue. XANTARES trying to wiggle his way through a kill there in the middle, but Smoke is going to push him even further back. Wakadia, just as Smoke is being popped open, he's dead and gone. MIBR in the back line, traded out. So hitting him early on, that does seem to be a bit of a plan here for Bait. They're going to take down XANTARES, and with that, certainly the round is theirs.
Yeah, not looking too good. Aurora can't hold on to that B-bomb site at all. Jota trying to stay alive here. They do need to save these 2 weapons. We talked about the money being quite weak going forward here. No chance to even take this one towards the B-bomb site at all. Important kill here. Jota will find it, finds a little bit of extra cash. Weakens the economy of Bait as well, but it is going to be 4-1 all day long. woxic will save the AWP. Nice little mid-default there coming in from Bait, getting the spam kill through towards the connector, finding it through to Smoke, and then collapsing in towards the B-bomb site. MIBR was good for 1, but traded out. XANTARES rotating in from the murder hole. Couldn't really find anything at all. As soon as he goes down, that was the round. Some damage inflicted, sure, but so far, so good. Bait looking to take us to a 3rd map of Overpass, and they're making a convincing case to do so on their T-side campaign so far. Very convincing rebuttal to after losing the first gun round. So what have we got? They do save the AWP and the M4. Looks like they're going to force into it. Yeah,
I mean, they're already started to fall fairly far behind, I guess. If you don't go for too much of a force up here, you're also allowing Bait to build even more of an economy. And they got pretty close in that earlier round, so maybe they feel some level of confidence here. woxic on the AWP. Going to be headed towards the connector, or just the stairs on the A ramp, looking to find someone. All right, he's just hanging around that central position. Again, going for the split towards the B-bomb site, and 1 kill, and this whole B-bomb site's going to fall. They walk in with no smoke in the connector. That's crazy. I thought at least they were going to throw something there, but they're already wrapped around the corner. MIBR's gone down. They are punishing him in this bomb site at the moment. Wakadia is a great kill, and it's a spectacular turnaround. Can't believe he got the headshot there. If he got 1 more kill, that's the round 1 immediately, because the bomb would have been lost towards the catwalk, but now instead it's been picked up again, and a bomb will be planted.
What a crazy maneuver from Bait as well. As you mentioned, no smoke down towards connector, and they get away with it up towards Shore. Sure, Wakadia gets a double, but still advantage for Bait. They've got control of the B-bomb site here. It's a retake once again with limited util. Just a couple of flashes. The AWP on the retake as well. Doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. It's going to be XANTARES dropping as well. I don't think they can do anything with this, and it's going to go 5-1. Tactical timeout territory now for Aurora, as we see them broken financially once again. Wakadia can get a hero M4 maybe, but yeah, this is not looking great whatsoever. There's a tactical timeout. They were lucky to win out on Dust2, to be honest, as well. So this is going to be a difficult game, Anders. This is going to be an uphill battle. The 3rd map looking quite promising already.
I mean, you said it right at the start, that MIBR playing alone on that B-bomb site was interesting, and I feel like Bait looked at the same graphic and said, wait a minute, if he's playing alone there, let's punish him.
Yeah, absolutely true. Just making the way up there quickly. kensizor has looked fantastic. Alex 666 to close things out, and we go into round number 7. Just a partial buy. As mentioned, Wakadia will go for the hero M4. But need to start finding some fortune here. And still win the half. Still tied up. But the round's been pretty convincing in favor of Bait. Changing up the pacing as well, this time focusing towards the connector. Presumably that's an opening kill. It is, but it is going to be a team frag as well. 4 versus 3, first advantage they've had in some time. They can't hold on to it. Essential will bring it back in their favor. There is a second player in towards that Palace position, though.
Yeah.
Could be overlooked.
They know that it's woxic missing, though. They kind of know what position he likes to play, so you can tell they're well aware that there is something missing from this picture. They found some of the A players, but the fact that woxic isn't one of them is a bit suspicious. You're right, he is overlooked, though. Taking down the Senthil, unfortunately for him. It's a close range there with the Tech 9. That's not a bad kill. Major, the one to hit the floor. And even though he's got this flank here up in the palace, it's very tricky. They don't have a kit, obviously, so they're going to have to be lightning fast if they want any chance of this retake. Good crossfire setup. It's a great headshot. woxic takes down MPL, creeping in with the AWP, and he has to get off the defuse, unfortunately. With the kit, maybe it would have been winnable, but unfortunately, even though they get all the kills, it's not enough for Aurora here. Bait to take sixth round on their side, and it's still pretty impressive. It's a good job for them overall on the CT side, but they need to win rounds.
They certainly do. That was the partial buy. Kept them modest. Sets you up for the future. A little bit of assistance from MBL as well, but as you mentioned, no kit. Even with woxic threading the needle from the palace was nowhere near enough. That was a great shot from Headtrick. That pretty much shut down their chances. Nice open plant as well. Nothing they could do against the AWP there. XANTARES gets the kill, but all he really does is keep the modest going forward. It's going to be a nice strong buy now. Then Ricardia turn up and find a double. Not quite. Still advancing. Sits with Bait here in the 4-on-4. CT defense will be spread thin. woxic being pushed upon in this smoke as well. Overlooked for now.
Wow.
Gets a bit of a freebie. Goes to the no-scope. Players all around him. It's going to be Headtrick. Not far behind. It's going to be Alex 666. He has to clutch up now, and he's making a convincing case to do so. Oh my goodness, he's actually going to pull it off. It's Major now. He's towards the B side of the map, as we know. Fortunately, the bomb is down for now.
Minute and 10 seconds here. Oh, he gets caught in the open.
Okay.
You could see that coming, though. He got those kills so quick as well towards the connector. I thought he was going to get maybe one of them, but the fact that he turned it into a triple is impressive. And, you know, it still counts. It's still pretty important, right? Aurora, even in winning a round here or there, they're never celebrating. We're never seeing them walk away with a crushing round where they've just dominated Bait. That's not really the vibes at the moment.
No, certainly not. And it's going to be a full investment here. And as you can see, without the loss bonus and some expensive rounds, they're down to just pistols and a Khalil. So this could be Aurora bouncing back here, tying things up in this first half. It has to be clean here. Can't stress that enough, though. Can't afford to let a bomb go down, a 1v1 happen again. They need to find a round where they're keeping at least 3-4 players alive. And we're going to see a B execute by the looks of things here from Bait. Getting themselves set up with the utility, and XANTARES core top and middle. Doesn't seem worth it anymore. That's a rifle given over. They might just reset the round and try and recover it. Smoke down towards window. We said it had to be clean.
Yeah, it really does. He's 2-7. Major sneaking in. He's going to get overwhelmed. That's a great spray.
Okay, we'll take him.
He heads the dink as well. You're right. That's not bad. And this trap has been set. Nobody's going to check for this because if Ricardia was here, it would have helped out XANTARES to begin with. Spray is in. Great double. Doesn't quite deny the bomb plant. So Essential, he's jumped out of the window. Did they hear the drop down? They certainly did. Very scary round, to be honest, but a good recovery. And I think the fact that Ricardia is playing second to Major there is just no one is guessing that from Bait.
Oh, no, absolutely not. It's a nice fail-safe if Major's push does fall awry. Like, the fact he even gets 2.5 there was impressive. I think it was a bit of a lazy clear from Major here. You can see he doesn't actually check the deep angle and almost gets punished for it. But, yeah, well played from Ricardia. It's a little bit frustrating. He doesn't cancel the bomb plant, but he does get his 2 kills and secure the round victory either way. But still, a lot of work still to be done here. The bomb plant does allow some upgraded pistols here and what should have been a full eco. So they'll get some deagles out. But I don't think there's any Kevlar to go with it. Just Alex with the body armor. With a chance to go 6-4. And as we mentioned, a chance to tie things up, generally speaking, considering how this first half has gone for them. It would be a big sigh of relief here. Slowly but surely bringing their game back to life. XANTARES, you're right, 2-7. I've seen that too many times this tournament from him. It just seems like he just MIA. Doesn't seem to get going. And well, being the streaky superstar is not what we're looking for right now in a team where they're struggling, generally speaking.
I think you and I went through this a couple of times with XANTARES specifically, where the CT sides are so rough, but then when he picks up the AKs on the T sides, that's when he just comes alive. And You could tell he's trying to play the way that he is on the T side. Like in that last round, he was top mid, looking to fight them. So he's trying to pretend like it's just another day, like he can really do it. But he's unfortunately not quite having the impact at the moment here. Magic goes down. It's grim to begin with. Bomb is way far back towards T-spawn, but they've also snuck in kensizor towards that connector. Look at how dangerous this is. One missed shot, not going to be from woxic though, but all it took is a missed bullet there, and maybe it's an opening.
Oh, it felt like such a gimme for MIBR as well. Perfectly positioned. About a second advantage in the fight as well. This whiffs the spray. And now a 4-on-4. Sure, woxic pulls one back. But this round's still up for debate. Thankfully, actually did do some damage to XANTARES. It's going to be woxic tucking himself in. Just going for a couple of kills here. Oh my goodness. I don't know how this is falling apart again. Bear in mind, they've got no Kevlar. So woxic knows that. He needs a couple of kills. Anything less than 2 Anders, it will not do.
Yeah. Oh, you cursed him so badly, Henry. Why have you done it? XANTARES now trying to see if he can sneak through the window. It's very dangerous, very exposed here. He's going to end up going down. Calamity on the server for the side of Aurora. And XANTARES with 3 kills. He's up to 13 and 6. It's an interesting shot there. Unfortunately, doesn't get much better for woxic. He's so low already, trying to sneak on, and he will not make a difference here. Bait steals the round, and Aurora just look lost and confused.
What a disappointing round once again. Deagles, no Kevlar, and it proved to be too much. That was the moment you started feeling it fall apart there. woxic doing his best to hold on to it, but so many isolated positions, like no real crossfires. It felt like they were on the back foot the entire time there, and as soon as woxic goes down with nothing, that's when you know the round's in trouble. And they're in jeopardy once again here. Round number 11. Gonna force buy back themselves, but it's compromised, it's weak. It's gonna be woxic spotting multiple players towards shore. Jota pulls one back, but it will be Headtrick to respond in due kind. He's gonna be a 4-on-4. woxic very low and falling back in towards B. So the round's only just began. woxic is low, it's a 4-on-4, meaning the CT defense is spread thin. What's the response here from Bait? They've got all the utility you could ask for. We can't really say the same for the CTs. They have 1 smoke remaining, 1 HE and an incendiary. And woxic, the player that's low, he is solo holding the B bomb site with just an HE.
Yeah, but that might actually turn out to be a pretty good choice here. It's brought MIBR a bit closer, but he's weirdly playing the window with the MP9, which means when they come up the way that they are through the A ramp, he's going to have a lot of distance. So might be down to woxic and XANTARES to do some work. And we've been calling out XANTARES a bit here, saying it is really time to show up in this first half. Otherwise, his team are not going to be able to make it out of this one, and they're going to have to go on a 3rd map and play Overpass here. We'll see if he can hold on. Got about 30 seconds on the clock, and he's up on the top of the stairs. Headtrick getting woxic and shot in the back by Alex coming out of the connector. It's a double kill for him. So even in spite of, like I was saying, the 3-man stack at A, because woxic was low and on B alone, it made no difference whatsoever. They still get completely crushed on this one. 8-3 the scoreline in favor of Bait. This is very convincing.
Yeah, just getting outplayed now. Aurora don't even get a look into the round. Sure, Jota got a nice 5-7 kill, but barely any damage inflicted, and I feel like woxic is going to be pre-fired here. Seems to be very aware of this potential. Could have some fun with it as well. A jump scare there for woxic. As we go 8-3, the money's going to be absolutely destroyed for the final round of this first half. 9-3 looking incredibly likely. Bait have looked like the better team here, and at times they did on Dust2 as well. There were some nice eco victories from Aurora to keep them in the game and get it over the line eventually. But this one has been very convincing, pretty one-sided. Beautiful work there. Oh. Oh, bloody hell.
That was quite a slap. It was impressive. Listen, at least he's not punching the tables or the monitors. You got to give him credit, you know?
Yeah, true. Well, he's having a rough one. He's 2-9 right now. Almost 0 impact. By his standards and the way they're losing right now, really could use informed XANTARES here in the quarterfinals. XANTARES hunted towards the A ramp. Bait have just outplayed them in pretty much every facet of the game here on Mirage. It's going to be Famous, MP9s, and a Scout. Doesn't feel or sound great. Let's see what they can make of it.
Sneaking closer now, getting up the ramp. There is a massive stack on this site. And with Jota getting the first one, a bit of a hilarious flashbang there. Doesn't do anything at all, but kensizor right back in. Wakadia goes down. And that does weaken the A defense. There is not much of a B defense at all. They are so stacked on this side, trying to get just one more round on the board because they do need it very, very badly. 8-4 still not that good on the CT side of Mirage, but it is a hell of a lot better than the 3 that they got at the moment. Magic sneaking on through. Should be a free kill. Oh, all right. That took way too long. I was getting real nervous there. And now they're committed. They know they have to go for this one. 30 seconds once again. Missed shot on the AWP. It's XANTARES and woxic chiming in, starting to look a little bit better. A couple of kills towards the end. And a 4th round just squeaked by here for Aurora.
We'll take it. It's not comfortable. It's not clean. But they do get 4 on the board here, considering the situation you just mentioned. 9-3 was looking very likely. I think that's absolutely fine. Aurora in MR12, definitely the better team overall. But like I said, if they get momentum and they start hitting hard, they start finding confidence, they're a very difficult team to shut down. Thankfully, winning out with the MP9s and the Famous there, it's going to reignite the hope for Aurora. And more importantly, XANTARES got a couple of kills there towards the end. He actually doubled his frag total in the final round, Anders. So doesn't sound like much getting 2 kills, but he'll be feeling himself a bit more. And as you mentioned, T side, the AK-47, that's where he does his best work. Does need to show it now, though, because this is not good enough right now from the best rifle on the server.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty succinct way to put it. Maybe he's made the same mistake that I have, Henry. Maybe he's been playing that new Battlefield 6 and it's just destroyed his Counter-Strike game.
Got his joystick plugged in.
Once you go down that road, this is the issue. The aiming is so different in these 2 games. If you play, if you play 20 hours of Battlefield, you go back to Counter-Strike, it's a mess beyond belief. But I don't care. My Counter-Strike game was already bad, so I'm not really losing a lot.
Yeah.
XANTARES, on the other hand,
totally fair.
Got to be careful here. Round number 13, second half is coming up, and we've got Aurora now. A lot of utility, a lot of smokes, if nothing else, and some flashbangs to go. So this will be hard and fast towards the A-bomb side. Only Alex on the other side. I think they're going to smoke off towards MPL here. So Alex will have to hit some of these shots as they try and come through, but he's very far back. He's already decided, we're going to go for a full retake. They've got the kid in the smoke, though, Henry.
They do.
It's doable.
Yeah, absolutely true. 5-on-5 retake, but the smoke kit makes things a lot more interesting. The Glocks trying to spam when the defuser's coming in can be very uncomfortable. Here comes the flashbang. I was going to say, I don't think Jota comes out on top there. He does not. It's going to be Maja to find the kill, and all of a sudden they're on the back foot once again. There's a Gush. They need to start finding some advantages here. Wakadia, XANTARES is fighting back. This is a very important pistol. Feels like Eternal Fire, or I should say Aurora need it, as we will say woxic 2 versus 1, and there's the kip. There's a defuse, and it will be 9-4. Not Eternal Fire, Anders. It's Aurora.
Ended up being an ace as well for NPL. I can't believe it. He actually got all the kills.
Oh, you hate to see it.
They were just stretched out across the whole round, so nobody noticed, but he just picked them up one by one. Yeah, that is quite something. I'm going to be honest as well, Henry. I still think of them as an Eternal Fire for some reason. It's just... At least we're not calling them space soldiers,
I mean, there is that. You're right. But that's a real rough one. MPL gets all 5 kills. The round was already over when the defuse was coming through, so they have to force buy here, Anders. It's going to be AK-47 for XANTARES. This is the moment to step up. It's somewhat better to win the second round force fight than the pistol, financially speaking. Like, you can do more damage to your opponents if you win this round. So let's see if that's the mentality they had going into this. You're like, you know what? Doesn't even matter if we lose pistols. XANTARES, go kill. The age-old strategy. It's been working for generations. Got the AK.
Classic. I trusted him to do that. There is an auto shotgun in play as well on the Sentinel over at the B-bomb site. Look at this wraparound here. kensizor, he's got his hands full as they turn the corner. Does have the M4A4, so some more bullets, but I don't think that's really what's going to make the difference here. The trades are what you need, and it gets XANTARES out of the round. Let's see what the auto shotgun can do. Jota, he might just be immediately dead. Head blown completely off, and trying to pick up the MAC-10, looking for Wakadia, who's alone on the site. He's going to get the first one with Galil in hand here. They lost XANTARES before he even had a chance to do anything here. Cleanup is easy in the round, and Bait are looking to take this one. I said I wanted to see Overpass, and it looks like I'm going to get my wish at the moment here. Third map is looking more than likely.
Almost certainly, yeah. This has been another disappointing performance from Aurora here at PGL Masters Bucharest 2025. They definitely had some rough showings. Yesterday, Astralis lost the opening map to the coach playing as well. They went up 2-0 in the tournament, ended up going to the 2-2 game. Just about got to the playoffs here against Astralis, and it's just, oh God, lads. Why is nothing easy these days? At one point, they were a team that's making deep runs at every single tournament. Everyone's looking stronger and stronger as time goes by. They're going to buy up again, Anders. I guess it's like last chance alone, even without the bomb plant. They're like, we need to steal one of these rounds away. We've made them a little bit close. We've made them uncomfortable. They haven't fired off really any bullets yet. They're trying to suggest they're on a full eco potentially. So a bit of a fake by the looks of things here. We've got Magia on that side of the map. We'll be joined by Jota. I guess they'll deploy some utility and try and get some aggro towards that side.
It is concerning. I mean, there definitely was a time when we were starting to say, you know, are we going to see a game where, you know, Aurora are going to start to take down teams like Spirit or Vitality? Like, they looked like they had the kind of firepower that would be needed to win those games. And now we're struggling to see them put together a map or two against Bait. It's not to take anything away from Bait, it's just that it does serve as a bit of a measuring stick against how Aurora are currently doing. XANTARES on the other side here. Nice position when you're just up on the truck there, but unfortunately the stopping power is not there with the MP9. So the bomb going to be planted. They're taking a lot of damage trying to make their way through. So even in this 4v4, it is going to be favoring Bait, I believe, especially coming through with the firepower here. kensizor looking to lead the charge. No fear at all in him. Just straight in there. It's a long burst down, but he'll take down XANTARES. And now Alex showing up for the cleanup. Wicardia, he's so low on health. He should be dead. And they've got the kit as well on both players. So nothing I think that Wicardia could do to stop this. He's looking for the ace clutch, but they're already on that defuse. And they'll take him down 11 rounds for Bait.
You might as well keep buying now. That was the best chance they had. It's going to be 11-4. Feels like we're already done here on Mirage. Aurora, nothing left in the tank. Going to have to buy up the Galils, the AKs and scouts now. Thankfully, they get the bomb planted, but yeah, those were their chances, really. Didn't really get close to converting the round. Wicardia, decent attempt. You can see head-to-head between XANTARES and kensizor. XANTARES currently 5-12. Kenzie at 13-11 had a much stronger showing, and this is the confidence we're talking about. When Bait get in the zone, once they find momentum, they're a difficult team to shut down. But XANTARES, can he arrive here in Mirage to save the day? Magia will join him in the fragging department. Couple of big openers. Head Trick looking to respond here. It's going to be a nice shot towards XANTARES and an underpass. Good spam damage from Wicardia, but can't quite find Head Trick. To be a smoke down towards Connector in response.
Good mid control. I think smart not to continue to fight Head Trick. Just smoke him off and leave him alone. Where does he go? If he repositions towards A, then that's a really tough break. Scout shot doesn't quite connect, but they know that kensizor's back here, and Jota not going to miss the opportunity either. Bomb is a couple of seconds away from being planted, but you can see Aurora being very careful to not kind of make any assumptions. They want to flash out, smoke out, anything that might be there. Bait have already given up the round. They are far away, but I respect the fact that Aurora want to make sure that they're not losing a round like this one. Just to say, you sort of brought it up, they need XANTARES to come alive to have any chance of a comeback. I would say, though, on the T side, with an AK in his hand, XANTARES probably is the kind of player that actually could propel a comeback almost single-handedly. So it's a big ask at the moment, but I don't want to rule it out. We know what he can do.
We certainly do. First convincing round in some time here. Aurora will keep 4 players alive, but not out of the woods just yet. Still so much work to be done. The AWP will survive, the AK for Alex as well. New in-game leader of Bait. Jota gets the round MVP. Cracking open that B bomb site. It was XANTARES to find the opener in towards the underpass. And round 17. Anything left to be said about this potential 2-0 for Aurora? Still possible, just very unlikely. So much work has to be done now on their opponent's map pick. Finding some confidence though. Of course, goes without saying, need to win this round and pretty much present a perfect game from here on out. Head trick. Revolts up in towards the ladder room. Flashbangs exchange over towards the B apartments here. Essential. B taking battle against Magia.
Yeah, careful now. Don't want to be jumping back into anything on the other side, but AK on head trick. Smoke towards the window. Oh, he's praying that they make a mistake here. woxic, he's getting closer now. He's got Wakardia in front. Oh, what a peek. What an angle for woxic to find. If I'm head trick, I'm not going to be pleased about that. He thought he had the upper hand.
Okay. That's the most valuable kill they could have found, the AWP. Wakardia is one towards the ladder room now. Smokes down towards connector and jungle. Just waiting for the CTs to deploy their utility in response. It's going to be Alex, though, finding XANTARES again. He's now down to 6 and 14. XANTARES just can't find his footing here on Mirage, with his teammates slowly but surely working their way into it. So be walks with his second kill of the round with the AK-47. 3 versus 3, but the bomb gets dropped in a very awkward position. Speaking of it being awkward, 30 seconds remaining now. What's the final play? Wakardia has to go underpass towards B.
Oh, he can make it, though. Gotta make sure you stay running at the stage just to not run into any kind of weird positions here. kensizor is getting dangerously close, though. Can he actually catch him? Incendiary goes out, but a nice headshot from Magia. And just with 7 seconds on the round here, they're going to get the bomb planted. So really well done, making the long run towards the bomb site. And Orb is being saved instead. So 11 to 6. They're starting to get closer. It's woxic on the double kill in this round to make the difference. It's not even XANTARES, like we've been saying on the T side, that could make the difference at the moment. So it's still a long way back, and all it takes is 1 or 2 mistakes here. But honestly, Aurora, I mean, I'm happy to see that they are fighting like it's still a winnable map. I want to see that kind of battle from them.
Yeah, some promising signs of life there, that's for sure. It's going to be woxic with those nice openers towards middle, especially taking down head trick towards short with the advantageous angle he found with the smokes down as well. 2 players survive. Essential will be saving the AWP on the CT side here. We go 11 to 6. Still feels like there's so much work to be done here, but certainly not impossible. That was the double ding from woxic. XANTARES trying to sneak his way out. Seems like he's trying to do too much by himself right now. Too many solo maneuvers where he's just trying to take space and win duels. See the frustration setting in. We've seen a lot of disappointed player cams from the Aurora camp. A lot of rage, a lot of tilt. Can they hold on? It's going to be the Orb given over to head trick here. Gets himself some Kevlar and dealt with by Wakardia. That should alleviate a lot of pressure here on the way towards the B-bomb side.
It's crazy confidence for Wakardia. Just the run to take that first fight against head trick. He knew he had beat the timing essential. Crouch down, Seuss in hand, and an easy kill onto Magia. It's funny, but it's not going to change the round. The bomb is quite far back, and that's a bit of a concern if they'd lost another player, but they won't. I love the confidence from Wakardia in picking up that first kill. That looked so sick. They're going to be saving or trying to save the other AWP here. That's about all they could do bait at the moment. As Aurora get up to 7 rounds. I mean, it's starting to become a real serious game once again.
It really is. That was the little partial / eco round, though, with the saved AWP. Would be massive if they can hunt down Alex here. Hedrick can probably still buy an orb going forward, but could even be glass cannon or no grenades, so it'd be ideal if Alex can hold on to this. It looks like he probably will. You can hear them coming towards him, but I don't see any backstab coming in from the palace, so he should be absolutely fine to hold on to the sniper rifle here. But the headline reads, Aurora finally finding some form here, using the bomb blast to potentially swing on this, but Jota not feeling it. So 3 players survives, and XANTARES gets himself a kill as well. All recovered. Aurora have looked pretty weak here in Bucharest. A downtrend continues And it's right before the major as well. They're not going to Chengdu, Anders, so they've got like a chance to recalibrate and find out what the hell is going on with this team.
Yeah. Well, and I guess it's they are one of those teams, right, that's been playing in almost every tournament.
Yeah.
So maybe they do actually need a proper break, which it feels like maybe they haven't had. I think they mentioned in some interviews in the past even that it has been a bit rough, sort of traveling all over the place. So maybe that's a good point to bring up. A well-deserved rest, but it would be better to take that break with a win or a couple of interesting wins in their back pocket and not, you know, losing to Saw and Heroic, and maybe not Bait yet, but there is that threat in the back line. Obviously, Astralis with the coach. No shade on Rugger, of course, but that should not be happening. Mid control in this round for Aurora. They got the bomb there with them, so very clear template for what they're going for. It's going to be very delayed. So much of the split doesn't work when, well, half the arm. It's not really much of a split, is it any longer? So now they're just walking their way through the catwalk position into potential three-man setup. This is a death trap at the B-bomb side.
Yeah, and I think they've been rumbled already. It's going to be a beautiful setup here from Bait. 12 rounds, seemingly locked in with woxic being on low HPs. XANTARES, where even is he? He's toward the other side of the map. And I keep saying, like, it seems like XANTARES right now, so many solo plays. Seems a little bit disjointed from his teammates here, and Alex is already one round. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful sequence. Plays it to perfection there. Takes them both down. 5 opportunities to close this one out now, and I dare say it shouldn't be too much of a problem. A bit of a cosmetic comeback here from Aurora. Overlooking this position on the Sentinel. And is limping in towards B, piece by piece. Taken down. Very convincing now. As we do see Bates look almost destined to lock in the 3rd map of Overpass. Tactical pause.
Yeah, cosmetic comeback. Brought on by Wakadia, playing super well in some of these rounds here in the second half, but he needs more backup. We said XANTARES was one of the players here with the AK. That's normally how it goes, but he's still been very quiet. I think he ended the first half on 4 kills. He got 2 right towards the end, and then another 3 to add on top for the rest of the half here. It's not that impressive. We know we could do more. We needed to do more. 5 rounds is what they need Aurora to get this one into overtime. It's looking unlikely, but I don't want to count them out yet. Wakadia, he's certainly making a great case for his team, trying to get the troops rallied behind him here. See if he can do anything in the middle. Some flashes going on over. He's thinking about it, but so far he's holding back. As they smoke up the window with Major. Actually, the smoke doesn't quite land there, but he still gets a kill. XANTARES is going to be there to take down MPL. So, favorable trade to begin with.
Certainly. But still a lot of work to be done here, even in this particular round of 4-on-3. Smoke going down towards the window once again. Courtesy of Wakadia. XANTARES found the 1 kill they required here, but can he keep it up? It's 8-15 right now. It's going to be Alex dipping his toes in the flames there, not taking any damage though. This could be it. Can Bait close things out right here, right now. It's a great shot. XANTARES finds some form here. 4 versus 2, but kensizor will find him. There'll be Jota in response. Bomb to be planted. Advantage Aurora. Would need 4 in a row after picking this round up, but that's if they can find him.
They've got some smokes here. I mean, 1 good kill and a smoke on top of the bomb, and suddenly the pressure is going to be back on the side of Aurora here. Shot in the back, but then so is kensizor. Taste of his own medicine. Sentinel sneaking on through. It's unlikely he could do this. There's no real reason why they have to run miles away from the bomb here, so otherwise, with the kit in his back pocket, it is technically doable. There's 1, but Wakadia holds the line. Another double kill for him. He's doing very well at the moment, and Aurora stay alive for another round.
Certainly do. This is the all-important one, though. With only 1 player surviving, their money's going to be compromised on the T side. Managing to get that kill towards the underpass. Hintering in towards A. XANTARES did find some form there. Comes down to the 2 versus 1. And thankfully, the bomb was working against Bait. So, yeah, this could decide the outcome of the half here. You can see there's Khalil's MAC-10s on the T side. MP9 for Alex on the TT side. So both teams fully invested.
Yeah, that really did a lot more economic damage than I was expecting there on the T side. You're right. Tech9, Galil lacking in grenades. Magia with nothing in the back pocket here. Jota is the one close to the bomb as the rest of the team working their way towards the middle. Oh, some dinks are coming through. kensizor raining down hell on the one side. Hetrick on the other. They are just trapped in here and completely blown up. Aurora. The comeback looks like it's found an end here. woxic in the flames in the middle. Has to try and see if he can escape. The bomb is still in the key spawn, by the way. And that's a free kill from Alex. Means woxic has got to try and win this 1 versus 3. With just about 50 seconds on the clock, it looks impossible here. Bait, it's been a really strong performance for them on this map on Mirage. I'm impressed with the way that they showed up. They're playing well on Dust2, and they probably even could have won the Dust2 map. But yeah, this one has looked very convincing from the start.
It really has. Aurora just didn't turn up. The second map hasn't looked great. Managed to find a few rounds in response in the second half, but after the first, it just felt like they were too comfortable in the zone. As we mentioned, once they picked up momentum, once they get their players online, it's very difficult to shut them down, and Aurora have been very wishy-washy all tournament long. Very streaky, very inconsistent, and now you've got XANTARES not turning up to a very important map of Mirage, a Fragger's Paradise, where he should be popping off. And yeah, I feel like this one could go the distance. I don't think it'll be a very one-sided game, but Bait, if they can continue to look better individually, yeah, I give them the upper hand in this one. The fist bumps are coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the final map between Bait and Aurora here in the quarterfinals at PGL Masters Bucharest. This team on your screen right now are not looking their usual self. They are looking weak. They are looking flustered at times and frustrated as well. We're seeing a lot of tilt from the player cams to see if they can bounce back. Knife round seems to be concluded. We are going to be into the pistol. It's going to be a T-side start for the Turkish side. They've got themselves a couple of smokes, a couple of flashes, and a Molotov. No upgraded pistols. It's going to be XANTARES working with his team towards middle.
Yeah, quite like the setup for Bait. Far forward towards the restrooms, which means that you're going to be retreating back corner to corner with the USPs, just trying to keep your distance. Dangerous. A gush onto Hetrick. He is all the way down to just 8 points of health. They do have the smoke kit combination on Alex, so we'll see if they get a bit closer. Oh, that was such a tempting peek for NPL, but unfortunately he just goes down. They still have a lot of people here, so the temptation might be for Bait to keep on fighting, but it's a temptation they should resist here. Just wait and hold back and see where Aurora actually go. It looks like they're bringing the bomb back, and they're actually bringing the bomb back the long way around. So it'll take some time before they can actually get back to the B-bomb side, but so far so good here for the Turkish side. Smoke goes down, so they use the smoke early onto the L-bend here. That's very interesting. I thought that was going to be for the defuse.
Trying to hold them at bay, run the clock down. Utility being exchanged right now. We're going to see a smoke going in towards Heaven. The bomb still in towards T-spawn, but still will be committing over towards B, because there is a backstab from the Stenthiel as well. This is very common on a map like Overpass.
Oh, look at this call.
Yeah, we're getting back in towards A.
It's going to be kensizor to try and fall back and maybe get a headshot. Without that, honestly, this is a very late call for Aurora, but it's worked out perfectly. I think Bait thought they had been boxed in towards B, and they just slip on out. Nice shot from kensizor, but it's not enough here. Alex going to get one as well. He's got the kid in his back pocket, so it's up to him to get a bit closer to the site itself. They're on the bank, and one player towards the restrooms here. This retake is very hard. They already used their smoke earlier. XANTARES with one more good kill here, now battling it out against the Stenthiel, who's alone and almost out of bullets. He gets one more shot onto woxic. Picks up a Glock with 9 bullets in, stuck on burst fire as well. And I think no matter what here, the time has simply run out. It's XANTARES with 3 kills. It's Jota with a double, and Aurora finally winning a pistol round.
Well, there it is. Aurora definitely winning the pistol round there. Back and forth they went. Had ideas to get towards that B-bomb site. Smoke down towards Heaven, Molotov through, but they felt like they had a gap. They felt like they could hightail in towards A, and they were dead on. It was a high-risk maneuver. With 10 seconds remaining, they found a wide-open A-bomb site. XANTARES able to burrow himself way in towards that bank. Falling back, kill by kill. You can see Magia desperately trying to keep the boys in the game. There's a smile there from XANTARES as well. That's what we need. We need some good vibes right now.
Oh, yeah.
They were pretty wretched on that second map. XANTARES powering up. It's what they needed. He had a very, very quiet showing on the second map. Now 4-0. Got those confidence frags out the way. A flying start here. So round 2 is looking good. They take down MPL in towards that connector area. And Wakadia, he was looking very good on Mirage. He was the only player that really turned up. woxic had his moments as well, but yeah, it was Wakadia who's keeping them in a...
Yeah, they need him to continue that form. If XANTARES then matches it, and then we're starting to really have a bit of a conversation. Stack towards the A-bomb site. kensizor close that flashbang. He's just dead in his eyes. There is nothing he can do about it. XANTARES also landing a headshot on Hetrick. That's what he's here for. That's what we need him for in a jumping Mac 10. More flash support from Madja, throwing them from the back there. That's pretty textbook. That's pretty clean. Alex can't do anything about it. Here's Aurora just dodging any other damage. I think we mentioned this on Mirage a bit, but even the rounds that Aurora would win, they would be hard rounds. They would be down to the 2v2s, 1v1s. It's nice to see Aurora win a round like this one without too much difficulty.
Yeah, that's fair. Finally, that's probably the most comfortable round of this entire best of 3.
Yeah.
They've managed to, they even have some fun in the playground as well. Some smiles, some fun.
What have you got planned for Halloween, Henry? Are you big into it?
Honestly, I'm so burnt out from all the... I've done like 5 events in a row right now. This is my last day of broadcast. I'm not even thinking about it. I haven't made any plans. I was thinking about just going to go to sleep, I think. That was my... Because we had to start the day at, like 8 a.m. this morning. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just sleep this evening. But who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind. I normally do later on. So no plans, but maybe... go out and do something. Why? Do you go trick-or-treating, or do you just receive the trick-or-treaters?
We do go trick-and-treating, yes, we do.
Yeah.
It wasn't always a thing in Denmark, but slowly, you know, American culture, you're gonna be kept away for so long. So
yeah, fair enough.
Just, it's always coming for you. But the kids love it, so I suppose that's good news. You know, we do it for that. And we did make a costume for Walter, and he won in like his whatever local competition.
I saw that one, the pumpkin head scarecrow sort of thing.
One, yeah. Got first place. Everyone's excited. So
it was an epic costume. Fair play.
Yeah. So you know, we have some fun. I try not to get dressed up. You know, I'm scared that I'm gonna pick something insensitive. You know, the boomer generation. You never know what's gonna happen. So just try and stay away from it. You know.
Yeah, you're already quite a imposing figure anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just don't want to step on any toes. It's third round here, and there's not much really to talk about. So there's nobody on the site. There's not really going to be anyone on the site, I think, by the time that this is all wrapped up. Smoke this up, Molotov towards the barrels. Classic Molotov, you really do need it. NPL inside of the smoke. It's a funny idea, and with more distractions, it could have maybe worked out. But there's still 40 seconds. They're going to get the round here. woxic with a great cleanup. 3 kills for him. And Aurora, the best that we've really seen them. I feel like all best of 3. Like, they're winning some rounds here. They got a bit of momentum, but now there's rifles coming out on bait.
Yes, this will certainly set the tone. It's considered to be a very CT-sided map currently. Getting 3 rounds, like, honestly, 3 is enough on the T side. It's not great, but it's enough. So if Aurora can keep this streak going and win this bonus round here, we say bonus round because they've got 2 Mac 10s going into the first gun round. You're looking for players who are helmets, and there's actually 4 of them, I believe. So Mac 10 is actually the perfect weapon for the job. It's only going to be MPL with a helmet, so the Mac 10s become all much more powerful as we get ready for round number 4 here. Triple grenade towards Monster. Showing a lot of presence, but actually opting to fall back and reset the round. Towards T-steps we go once again. It's going to be contact play by the looks of things here. It's head trick on the AWP, very passive. In towards the bathrooms right now.
Such an important round here early on for bait. They've scrambled and saved to get themselves into the position to get these rifles. If they don't work out, they will be behind by quite a bit. And on the CT side of Overpass, that's never good news. This is supposed to be the better side of the map. I do like what Aurora are doing, getting very close. sintares, he's flashed in. Again, it's just Madger setting up. He was so deep on the map, Madger, when he threw that flashbang, and it just sets up sintares perfectly for the kill. See if he can do a little bit more here. Hetrick, he knows he's around the corner, but the rest of the team are getting there. Even if he gets the shot there, it doesn't really matter. It's so late that he was going to get run down, Hetrick. That's pretty much perfect from Aurora. Alex and Essential can do nothing about it here. What a fiery round.
Well, there we have it. That's the bonus round victory with 5 players staying alive. You're definitely going to hunt. You don't really want these Mac 10s going forward, so definitely give it a look in. Wacardia certainly seems to think so, but down he goes. Nice shot. At least keep a couple of rifles in the mix here. Got to be spotted out, though. woxic flashes him off. Doesn't want to give too many kills away for free here. Trying to contain them, trying to isolate these duels if possible. 4-0 is locked in there on the T side. This is an absolutely magnificent start. woxic does go down in the end. Not a massive problem, as you said, bonus round. And did they find one more? Ooh. Oh, so close. Not going to happen, though. So probably tactical timeout here for Bait. One would imagine. This was the start. XANTARES boosted up towards that flower bed. Exploding towards A. Went for a bit of a hunt, but unable to find anything. Very nice.
I think, yeah, I need to brush up on my, Turkish as well, but maybe that's what the holidays could be for.
Could be.
I do love the fact that they set up so many kills here with Madger's flashbangs. I feel like Overpass is an underrated map for those kind of things. I have such clear memories of Fallen doing something similar. If you're the IGL, I think Madger's going to set up another flashbang, by the way, just so we're talking about it for them to get through the monster tunnel. So, yeah, he's doing a lot of work that's not going to be showing on the scoreboard right now. I'm not trying to cover too much for him. He's 1-1, but these flashbangs really land deep and trying to get his team onto the B bomb site. This time, the danger is close at the moment. Smoke goes up as well just to try and block them off again. Another flashbang going over the wall, but no kills have come from them yet. Aurora need an opening. They're going to get one there with Wacardia getting the first one. sintares on the follow-up, and they get wiped out on the defense one more time.
Yeah, this is more like it. This is the Aurora you want to see. T side of Overpass going swimmingly thus far. Bates with the full investment here as well. MP9 will not live to tell the tale. It's going to be 5-0. Feels like a death sentence for Bates already. Needs to start posting some rounds here, but it probably won't start anytime soon. It's going to be a purchase, sure, but you've got kensizor down to 3,600. Alex 666 at 3K, so you're going to have a mixed bag once again. BFAMUS's MP9s. You've got the head trick orb, and yeah, you're getting a bit desperate at this point as well. Like you need a round, but you're not having the finances to really justify pulling one off. And the money just keeps spiraling here because Aurora are finding some very convincing victories.
All right.
He knows he's got to keep their head in the game. Keep the momentum on their side of the server. Look at the cash handers as well. 2 players at $10,000. 6K for Jotap. So the money's great. No, can't really say the same thing with Bait. MP9 and a FAMUS in the mix, but it's enough.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the screaming, maybe it looks a little bit forced at times, but you've got to keep this one going. Aurora, even though they're at the quarterfinals, which sounds good, but it just hasn't been very impressive. I think a solid victory right now, if they can just crush Bait on this map, maybe they get to the semifinals feeling a lot better, and that could sort of be the beginning of something here. It's exciting to see sintares showing up. He's 9-1 at the moment. That's where he belongs. That's where we need him to be. Such a terrifying rifler when he really gets going, but we mentioned a couple of times, and I think for good reason, he was missing on the second map. Trying to get that flick. Grenade is going to land. Not quite. I think it bounced off a little bit. It looked like it could have landed right on top of Alex inside of the bomb site. They do have a 3-man stack at the B bomb site, which even then it could be hard to hold the B site.
Oh, yeah. Famously very difficult in terms of these boosts, the execution potential, the challenging bomb site at the best of times to hold on to, especially when you have FAMUS and MP9 in the mix as well. sintares making some noise as he descends from the boost towards shore. Just going to be trying his luck with the AK in hand. Speaking of which, got the hot hand right now after a pretty underwhelming performance on Mirage. He's currently set at 9-1. Surely taken down here, though. Can't get the double. It's going to be XANTARES. Drop towards short. Head trick managed to find a pick on the other side of the map as well. And it looks like we've got our first round here for Bait. 15 seconds remaining. Major, no chance here at all. Sentinel with the off angle. Should be able to get both kills here, no problem. And there we have it. Bait answering back. It's going to be Aurora with plenty of cash as mentioned, though. So no real cause for concern, but that's exactly what Bait needed. They recovered 3 AK-47s now on their CT side, and Hetrick holds onto his orb.
Yeah, a bit of a light for them, perhaps at the end of the tunnel. Will have to be one hell of a run that they're going to go on right now. Bait for this to be a serious comeback. Still feels like it's out in the distance somewhere. They're not really making their way, but I don't want to count them out. MPL and kensizor both have 1 kill. Hetrick and Alex with 2 kills each. So they've just not been having a big impact in some of these early rounds. Been shut down pretty hard. And if that could change, then obviously the conversation will change to adapt. But tactical timeout called from Aurora. They want a chance maybe to slow things down. Don't allow Bait to get any momentum behind that first win.
See what they've got up their sleeve here for this following gun rounds here. Going to the meat and potatoes of this first half now. Be indicative as to whether Bait can answer back. Stop this slew of rounds they've received here. It's already a very convincing T-side half. 4, making 5 players over towards B right now. Setting up util on both sides of the equation here. It's going to be Jota that will investigate their prospects towards shore of XANTARES. Smoke down towards connector.
They are really taking control of the side. They got woxic on the outside, so he could set up some flashes for the team. But right now, they're just walking contact on towards the bomb site. Nobody knows. They're going to find out right now as they just try and storm in Essential. Great damage. The Molotov as well will take down Wakardia. I think they wanted to beat the timing there by just not throwing any utility onto B. And it looked like Bait almost got caught off guard. It looked like they weren't quite aware of what was coming. Alex is very low, and he could be dead with 1 good grenade, but they don't have any. There's not really any utility of to speak up on the T side any longer. XANTARES, he dodges the bullet to begin with, but there's the shot right through. They're going to find Alex, and suddenly it's a 3 versus 3.
Here we go then. Important round for both teams. Especially Bait. That's a huge frag. MPL will take down XANTARES, and it looks like we are done here. woxic left in a 2 versus 1. Time ticking away. Clutch potential with the smoke down there. Could get the plant come through. Oh, missed spam. That was the opportunity to actually close out the round, and still will go in their favor. woxic does take down Hetrick before he goes down there, but it will be the second on the board. Bait will recover the AWP, I'd imagine, as well. So, yeah, 5-2. Money won't be broken just yet, but we're getting there. Comes down to a 1 versus 1. Aurora know if they can just break through one more time, they will completely shatter the money of Bait here. Very close round. But holding on towards B. We're going to run a parade here. 5-2. MP9 for Essential.
Yeah, I love the theory behind that last round. Just getting onto that L bend and nearly being allowed to walk straight onto the side here. XANTARES, no fear at all. Puts out the incendiary, dodges the HE, but he's taken over a lot of map control to begin with. Double HE. Meant for the pillar, not really meant to be thrown further back there. They can do it if they want to, but Alex is going to be happy to dodge those grenades. Look at the forward position, kensizor. Oh, this is huge, but he doesn't get the jump on woxic. He was aware. We'll end up taking him down. 4 versus 5 here. They do have NPL sticking out of the same position, so the problem is it's going to take him a while. If he keeps going, he will confirm that no one's over there. They're going to know anyway. Jumping right out of the connector. It's Wakardia and XANTARES, a kill each, and there's nobody on the B bomb side. It's completely empty.
Yeah, they're starting to realize that now as well. Should be enough to win this one. Hetrick can't really justify going for this with the AWP and the money being so brittle. But excellent work anticipating some sort of front forward setup there from Bait. Pushing in towards long is going to be the opening kill for woxic. We saw MPL try his luck as well, but unfortunately missed the timing. In towards B they went. Lots of reactive play from the CTs, pushing off towards short after losing that pick in towards middle, but Wakadia, XANTARES hitting the shots that really matter. And now, is there anything left to be said? It is going to be 6-2. Difficult to
and like
justify
you
the
pointed out, the money here for Bait is just miserable. So the work has really been put in. XANTARES still up there with 13 kills now. It's the kind of performance we've been asking, we've been requesting all series long. And finally, he's shown up in a big way. 6-2. Yes, they get to save some rifles on the CT side, but this is, unfortunately, Bait kind of running out of steam, it seems like. That third map, I mean, it was looking, I thought, really, really good for them coming into the first couple of maps. They had the right kind of vision for both those games, I feel like, but tragically, it's kind of crumbled on this one. XANTARES doing the best that he can with 10 kills, but he's the only one really putting anything on the board at the moment. The rest of the team are sleeping still.
Here we go. Fast-paced round. Full send. And it's going to be XANTARES continuing with this strong showing here on the T side of Overpass. Can they find the second kills required to overwhelm this bomb site, shut it all down? It looks very good so far. Still one more player in towards the bomb site. That's going to be Headtrick, and blink and you miss it. The B rush with a heavy execution behind it works out very nicely indeed. It's going to be 7-2. Aurora running away with this first half now. Money in partial buy territory, but running out of time and indeed space as we go into a tactical pause for Bait. 2 will not do. And it's only a partial buy that's really available for them, so looking very likely to be 8-2 here going forward. What a nice change of pace that was for Aurora.
Yeah, highlighting what we all know already, which is that those B rushes are so devastating. I feel like it's one of the more demoralizing experiences on Overpass is sometimes, my God. Well, this isn't demoralizing not for Aurora, but if you're on the CT side and you sometimes stack 3, maybe even 4 CTs on the B bomb site and you still lose to those rushes, it's just pretty devastating.
Well, the tactical timeout comes to an end. 5-7s and Deagles is all they can really muster up. See if it pays dividends for them at all. Can they steal around away here? A bit of HE damage towards Alex. So will be Maja trying to get control of this connector. Going to be swinging off towards short. Our Bait trying to open things up, trying to find some space on the map under their remit. But so far, so good for Aurora. We'll be going through the motions here. Connector is theirs. Molotov off towards Divider, trying to flush anyone out. Focus their efforts now towards long. It'll be Maja to find the first. MPL has no idea. They've already snuck by.
There is a really outside chance that he finds the bomb getting there, but it has to go right past him, and he's going to be found anyway, so they're going to know. But the bomb was on Maja here, sneaking through the connector, so just me for a moment dreaming that we could have a funny end to the round, but I feel like Aurora just
now they know
so well at the moment
that the AK's down towards long. The most there can be is one player with a pistol on this B bomb side. Alex seems to be aware of this potential, and okay, that's actually kind of insane. Maja, very important frag. Couldn't afford to let him get an AK there. So that was to secure it, seal the deal. As the MPL, no chance here really. Just going to be saving the AK. It's going to be 8-2. And on the T side of Overpass, that is a death sentence for Bait here. Haven't really got going at all. Couple of rounds, but overall, no streak built up. No one really doing much. We've got a XANTARES on 12 kills. Everyone else hovering at 3 or 2. MPL, does he even save the AK? It looks fine, but nope. Ooh. That's a big deal. Maj is so fired up right now.
Yeah. They are looking red hot right here. This is the Aurora that you would You know, if this was the first map in the series,
Oh, okay.
and that's the way to get started, fair enough. But, you know, if this was the first map in the series in the quarterfinals, and we'd come in and looked at XANTARES and MIBR playing this way, we'd say, that's it. This is the kind of game that we're expecting out of them. It didn't start that way, but if it ends like this, then maybe they can gear up for a bit of a bang in the semi-final.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, yeah, they can have a really strong showing here on the third map of Overpass. They've had the awkward interactions now between Astralis. Terrible maps here against Bait, but if they can have a really nice showing here and like find the vibes again, start playing as a team, get their individual to show up, keep their heads in the game, there's still a chance they can win the trophy here in Bucharest. But God, they should have been one of the absolute favorites, but the way they've been playing this tournament, you wouldn't think so. Yet to really win any silverware with this roster. This would be a significant win if they could do it, but let's see what round number 11 has in store for us. It's going to be Ricardia taking duel against MPL. He's going to get himself a double. 5-on-3 before the round really gets going. Going to use that info to try and explode in towards A, knowing that MPL's going to be low. woxic will have to run the flames here, run the gauntlet, and get himself positioned in towards A. The round isn't necessarily done here. Plan will come through momentarily. Those dice boxes, and there's Jota with a kill. Takes down the aforementioned MPL, but the backstab coming in. We've got ourselves a 3 versus 2, Anders.
Yes, we do, but the fact that they've already made their way this far into it, Aurora, I mean, there's a chance all of a sudden. He was looking pretty lost for a while there. Nice shot from Hetrick. Will take down woxic, and now Jota fighting at every angle. The more time he spends, the closer they're going to get wrapping into him. He had to do something, and Hetrick holding the line. A couple of good kills for him. A third round on the board for Bates. Very, very late. Even if they get a fourth here, it feels like they're not going to be able to turn it around. But they hold on to a little bit more. They've got plenty of money on the T side, of course. So round number 12 still going to be well equipped.
There it is. First convincing round from Bates here. Double kill from MPL towards long. Good reaction from Aurora. Managed to get the bomb planted in a winnable scenario, but the retake, the flanks, too much to handle. We go into this final round of the first half. 8-3 right now. Bait need this last one. 9-3 just doesn't feel like enough on the CT side. AWP available for Hetrick still. Jota making his way towards short. Has the AWP to deal with. Narrowly misses out on the shot. Does Hetrick.
More grenades, but none of them really doing too much here. Jota knows that if he can hang around in this position, all it takes is a single mistake from any of the CTs inside of the B-bomb side, and it could be real bad. 4 of them, by the way, are in there. Setting up some utility towards A. Pretty cool combination with the smoke Molotov. Keeps a little bit of pressure on. They've already lost MPL. And now trying to sneak closer here. kensizor needs backup. It is coming. Essential has started to get up behind him. So it could still work out. Bomb's right in front of the A side with 45 seconds.
No way.
How is that not a kill? I can't believe it. Ricardia with a headshot. Essential. He is completely trapped in here. Cannot get out. woxic will take him down. And it looks like it might be a 9th round here for Aurora.
I think you might be onto something there, Anders. It's going to be a retake attempted at the very least at the final round, of course, but almost no chance now. Hetrick with the AWP. Has got util to be fair, but backstab's coming in as well, courtesy of Jota in towards spawn, and not even required. It's a fantastic first half here on the third map. They looked very quiet on Mirage, but they are alive and well here on Overpass. They've got so many outings on the map, looking very comfortable here, and feels like we should be done. 3 just will not do on the CT side of Overpass. It feels like you should be posting 7-8 rounds, not 3. Not impossible to come back, of course, but very unlikely. Starting to shrink now. Could be their last outing, their last half of Counter-Strike played here in Bucharest. Well done to Babe to making it to the quarterfinals, definitely.
Oh,
but
yeah.
doesn't feel like they'll be going on to the semis with this sort of showing in the final map.
Yeah, what a time for them to, I don't even want to say slip up, but just didn't have the stopping power at the start of this game. XANTARES showing up, and with that AK on the T side, it is really terrifying. Also, again, shout out to MIBR for setting up his team really well. There were so many rounds where he flashed his team into success. And that goes a long way, I think, to build some confidence when you're taking some of those early fights. They're laughing, they're happy, high fives all around as they get into the second half of the game here. But they are looking very, very good to book themselves a spot in the semi-final here in Bucharest. 9-3 as we go into it. Bait now on the T side, Aurora on the CT side. Seeing a HE flashbang combination on MIBR, but there's no kit in play. So they are very much banking on shutting down Bait before they even get the bomb plant.
Here we go. XANTARES powering up here. Only good for the one, though. That'll be Wicardia. My God, that's nice. Tapping away their USP. Feels like the round is already done. That's ridiculous from woxic. What a turnaround. Full 180, Anders, to actually provide the penultimate frag there. Very convincing from Aurora. If it wasn't already over, it probably is now with no bomb plant coming through. You probably do have the force buy here. Pick your poison time. Like, you can force buy now, and if you lose it, it's GG. You can buy up in the next round and allow them to get to 11-3, which also feels like GG as well. That's a shot from woxic. Ridiculous. So they've gone for the full eco. So yeah, it's 11-3. You've got to recover that on the T side of Overpass. Doesn't feel great.
Look at the feel for Senthil here. He's 14-10, in spite of the fact that they are 7 rounds behind Aurora. So individually, he's been trying his absolute utmost to get his team onto the board and back in the game, but without anyone else contributing, it's just not going to make enough of a difference, unfortunately. Whereas XANTARES has got Wicardia, he's got woxic with him. Much more of a team effort happening on the side of Aurora at the moment.
There he is. The one-man army.
Yeah, which, you know, against lower tiered opposition, maybe you can have a couple of games that you win like that, but this is a little bit too much at the moment. Looks like it's going to be an 11-3 scoreline, so pretty much at that point, one chance for Bait to start to build a comeback. This one will not be it. They just don't have anything to really make it work, and there's already a stack on the B-bomb site, so good idea here for the CTs. Defense is looking rock solid at the moment. Essential, even in this round, trying to get something done.
Man, oh man. Feels like we're done here. The third map, normally the exciting conclusion, but right now it's falling rather flat. Bait, T side of Overpass, need to present a perfect game from here on out. Doesn't feel like the individuals are here to carry them through it. They're taking heavy damage through the initial flames there, the T steps. XANTARES, 16 kills, 7 deaths.
Yeah.
Boost up towards B. There's further damage to MPL as well, so that nullifies his round pretty much. See a lack of utility already. Sure, they could buy up into this round, but they won't have absolutely everything they need.
It's so hard to imagine a comeback from this stage. They have none of the momentum. But let's see. Alex getting close to the corner. Could get a jump on someone jumping back here, but woxic, can't believe he's still jumping for that information. I feel like that's very dangerous when they're out there with the AKs. Flashes coming out, trying to slow them down, and XANTARES, he's thinking about it. He wants to go aggressive here. They are waiting on the other side. See if he's going to be quick enough. Alex will take him down. That seemed like a very big risk, even if you have some people behind you here. Not sure if I'm pro that.
Yeah, kind of a crazy maneuver there from XANTARES. That's going to be round. Again, he's been doing that a lot this series, just making these like individual plays that don't feel required. I understand they've got pressure coming from long and towards middle, but you've kind of still your teammates out there. Like, as soon as you go down, there's no defense left. You're getting pincered on. And Wicardia, okay, the bomb's not even planted, Anders. What's just happened here?
No way.
Oh my
No way.
God. What's just happened? Oh, it's just wrapping up the round set, okay. XANTARES, he's actually maybe giving that one away, being a little bit too aggressive there. They don't plant, and Wicardia just absolutely destroys them. I don't know what happened.
That's so ridiculous. Oh, you gotta appreciate that though. That is kind of a funny way to win around. Yeah, this
5
was
on 3.
done.
4 on 2 at this point, and then Wakadia pushes into bathrooms and just absolutely destroys them. Okay, well that's GG. If it wasn't already, that's probably it. Galil's only.
Oh my god. Credit to Wakadia though. He's had some really, really sick maps in this quarterfinals. That's probably going to be one of the headlines taken away from this one. It's just Wakadia dragging Aurora across the finish line in some of these maps, but we'll see if there's anything Bait could do. They walk into woxic and it's an easy shot. They've been spotted out long as well, so a lot of the guessing game here for Aurora is kind of dissipated for now. They know at least some of what's coming next. They can't know if there's someone looking outside of the B bomb side yet, but they have a good read on this one, and you know, evidenced by the fact that they're throwing those grenades out long to get a bit of information. They get spotted jumping through it. sintares with another headshot, cracking the skull of kensizor. MIBR, he does go down, but sintares and woxic is still on the site. Nice little jump up there, head trick, but woxic's fast enough. He still gets the shot, and that makes it a 1 versus 2. Otherwise, might have been a bit of an opportunity there. Jota trying to wallbang down. Essential is tagged up, and he's been playing a great game. The only one that really showed up for this final map here, but unfortunately, it just shouldn't be enough here. He's already low, and the backup is coming. Jota's got grenades as well, and they're getting Wakadia into position. He snuck through the smoke here, but the bomb still got plenty of time left on it. They got kits on either player. It's a nice flank around Essential. He's certainly got the right idea. He's managed to position himself quite nicely, but he can't really stop that bomb plant or the bomb defuse easily. Has to run up there, sees the back, but it's not enough. 13-3 as Aurora get their way onto the semi-finals here in Bucharest.
Oh, a frustrating finish there. What was building up to be quite the series, it falls very flat, and there's a very convincing performance from Aurora. They booked themselves a place in the semi-finals now. That's the sort of stage